Welcome to Right Now. Don't get to be curious. Like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell for people to close and drop a comment. As usual, welcome to all. Welcome one and all. It's okay to be curious. Welcome to Right Now. Don't get to be curious. Yes, so as we all know, it's Olympic season. The time for it. We're all here for it. And just wanted to go live. Might be a quick live, maybe not. No. But Yanma, you are still ready. We've been ready. We're still waiting for Friday. So ready we are. Been talking about the MVP for a while. They have been studied, or used to studied in secrecy. And I wonder, is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Can it come back to haunt them in any way? Or will it haunt competition? You think that it's a cohesive bunch there, the MVP and Jamaica, or is it Jamaica? One Jamaica altogether, one big family over there. It's really an interesting thing to think about Jamaica over there making waves. And I was thinking about one thing. I was thinking about the fact that track and field is not a big sport in the world, a little sport. It only dawned on me today when I was thinking about what is the biggest sport in the world? The sport with the most fans in the world. And it turned out that soccer, football, the biggest sport in the world, followed by cricket. Who would have guessed? There's so many people in Jamaica who just have no interest in cricket. But it turned out that cricket is the second biggest sport in the world, followed by various other sports that we have absolutely no interest in. But just wanted to talk a little about the sport that we Jamaicans literally make track and field beautiful, sexy, and popular. That's a Jamaica thing. We have to give that to Jamaica, and that's why you'll find a lot of athletes they try to be Jamaicans. You'll see them going to Jamaica, trying to learn how to talk like Jamaican, act like Jamaican, all of that. Because Jamaica really is the environment that make track and field popular. With the boys and girl champs, that's where it starts, and then it just branch out from there. Absolutely. So Jan Maki is saying, I thought cricket was first, but that makes sense. Yeah, man. Cricket, I think 2.5 million for cricket, 2.5 billion actually for cricket, and football is 3 billion. Even basketball and American football is more popular than track and field, even though it's only in America, really. Basketball is only in America, and the football is in America, Europe, and various places that it is popular. But yeah, track and field is a really sport that Jamaica had been promoting. Well, the Olympics is a big part of the Olympics. It's a part of the Olympics, so it's a big sport coming all the way back from Olympus. But yes, Jamaica is the country that makes it as popular as it really is. Yeah. So I wanted to touch on just the fact that there are some of the athletes that a year ago we would have been looking at them as our savior, our one last hope. And then this year, with some new kids on the block, we're looking at them as maybe they could do something for us. How fast we forget those spectacular athletes. I want to talk about the MVP shredded in secrecy and Akira Nugent. Akira Nugent is Jamaica national record holder, I think, for the 100-meter hurdles. She had the best shot at bringing in a gold medal for Jamaica for the first time. Jamaica got a medal in that event last year for the first time. Well, last Olympic, 2021, for the first time, where Megan Tapper at the bronze. But Akira Nugent with the second best time going in with 12.25, 12.27 behind Messiah with 12.2, yeah, Messiah with 12.25, Akira Nugent 12.27. We have an opportunity to get a goal, and Messiah, Akira Nugent is saying there's absolutely no room for error after this Olympics. We'll see if she made any errors. And Mark, welcome to live once again. Appreciate the comment. It's all about the athletes have shown this season. We are being realists. That is true. That is true. I digged up an old video of Shericka, and I remember that video. It went. There was a little note that she had where she wrote the time that she wanted to run, and she actually ran it. That's when she ran the 10:65. She wrote that she wanted to run 10:65 on that day, and she actually ran that 10:65. And she did an interview, and she was explaining that usually she would just write the time because there are times when she would want to tell somebody about her goals, but she feel better writing it down and keeping it secret. And then after she executed, there's evidence that she had done it. My question now is the secrecy, the MVP secrecy. Is it that the athletes develop that kind of secrecy or it's just a club? Because Shericka Jackson is saying that she would prefer to just write her time down, work on it in privacy, and then she would come out swinging, and then the world would get a chance to see what she had done. I do believe that's a very good strategy. We have seen it working out for her, and that's one of the reasons why I'm saying I don't think we can write Shericka Jackson yet. I think that after watching that video again, I believe that she could very easily. I want to give her the gold for the 100 and the 200 meter. It could be a stretch. Could be a stretch, but again, with Shelly and Fraser lined up in the finals, I would want to put my money on Shelly and Fraser. But the simple fact that they are working on a plan, the team is literally showed. I'm sure they didn't secrecy. We cannot see or hear anything from the MVP, but we also know that they usually deliver on the big stage and the big days when it matters most. They deliver. So I'm wondering, do we is Shericka working on something behind the scenes? Because it's been a month since we have seen any MVP athletes really. I don't remember when that meet in Hungary was, but that was the last time they really showed anything, even a photo. You don't even get a picture of the guys. It's like what's going on with MVP? It's like they're just behind. It's like they're in their own planet at this point. I'm sure that they're in the village among everybody else, and they are being preparing. But how is it that they are so locked in? And how is it that they are so locked in? And Rochelle Clayton, Rochelle Clayton, she running for third? Because we know that we have what Sydney McFarlane. Naturally, she's gonna win the 400-meter hurdle for her to lose. Rochelle Clayton out of Jamaica, she's a bronze medalist, two-time world champion bronze medalist. This is a chance for her to medal at the Olympics. Do you think that she's running for third in that one? Is there opportunity for her to medal since she had been on the big stage, but the two people ahead of her, try to remember the second one. The two people ahead of her is just so far ahead of her that two people ahead of her is so far ahead. So we just have to wonder if she's running for third to confirm here. Frankie Ball. Frankie Ball is the she run the 400-meter hurdle as well. And naturally we're expecting that it's a toss up between Frankie Ball and McFarlane. Naturally, McFarlane is record holder, continuously breaking that record over and over. Even in flat 400, she has the second fastest time behind Nikisha Price. So it's really for Sydney McFarlane to lose. But I think that we have a medal here from Rochelle Clayton. It's an opportunity for her to medal. It's possible. Another message I've been seeing from Gould is Natalia Gould or Natasha Natalia Gould. She's asking for the fans to be more empathetic with the athletes. I really do believe that the fans need to show a little bit more empathy. They will throw you out as soon as the time slows down. Yan Maki is saying, is Mohammed running? I'm not sure. I'll confirm. Not sure. Because even while some of these athletes have really, really good times, they are not making. Some of them, even if they're running good, they're not making it to the Olympics. Delilah, Delia, Mohammed, Delilah. Delilah Muhammad. Not sure what her status is for this time around. Really not sure. But I will look up that one for sure. I've been looking up some of the athletes because the ones who are naturally at the top there. I've been looking them up. But she's a Olympian, two-time Olympic champion, and a former record holder. But yes, I'll have to look that one. Not sure at all. But yeah, I was saying, do you think the secrecy from the MVP is a good or a bad thing? Do you think that it doesn't make any difference whether or not there's a secret? Um, Flip, welcome to the live. Appreciate your comment. Yeah, man. So we're just touching on some of these athletes who we have been holding in the highest regard, and then out of nowhere, they're now at the back of they're literally at the back of the mind. Gavin is saying, I love the suspense. Do you think that the suspense will cause some problem down the line? Because one of the problem I think could happen here is that secrecy would cause the athletes to be tested more. You know what I mean? Because you'll find some people talking about performance enhancement, right? But I do believe that performance enhancement doesn't mean that it's only drugs. Because the devices, the shoes they wear, even if they're having meditation, it doesn't matter what it is. As long as these athletes find a way to get an edge over the competition. And I do believe that there must be something that they're doing that is a little bit different. I don't know. I would say it's natural, but they have some edge over the rest of the athletes. I don't think that these athletes are just their average athletes at this point. And the MVP, they found some strategy that they are keeping closer to their chest. We do have the example of Shelley Fraser Price, of Safa Powell. We have the example of Elaine Thompson era. We have the example of even the Tajay Gale prospects that they saw in him. There are various. Oh, so she's not there. Mohammed is not there. Finished sixth at the trials. So the young guns are coming out for the big guns for sure. The young guns definitely coming out, and that's one of the reasons why a lot of people are thinking that if Shericka is injured, it's a secret. But Tia would be built up to replace the expectation that was cast on Shericka. I think Shericka should be good enough to win that 200 meters. I think she should be good enough. Hopefully, she is good enough. Rico Too Hot, welcome to live. Appreciate the comment. Jamaica sweeping the 100-meter woman. And I don't know if it's wishful thinking. It would be nice. I don't know if it's wishful thinking though, but it would be absolutely amazing. But in which order do you see that happening? Because if you have an order, it means that there's an athlete that is stronger than another one. You know. But how do you factor in Jamaica sweeping without factoring Shakarri in the mix? Because Shakarri is really the woman to beat based on what the paper is saying right now. El Olivieri. Welcome to the live. Appreciate the comment. Good night, all. MVP showed their hands with Shericka last year. And Dennis Mitchell's camp was able to strategize and come up with the win. No one knows what time they are doing right now. I thought that's facts. And I do believe that with Kishane running the time that he ran, it was another. I think it's good, but it's a blunder. It's kind of a blunder and the in the MVP strategy because he cannot surprise anybody at this point, and that's one of the things that MVP want to be doing. They want to be surprising people. They want to go because I believe that the bigger the surprise, the bigger the endorsement deal. How do you feel about that idea, Gavin? Well, once again, here appreciate the comment. Not sure if I would want to market that conversion. What conversion are you saying? You're talking about the order in which they would win. Kwesi Willesi. Rano is a genius that cannot be denied. Bitalk, welcome to live. Appreciate your comment. And guys, remember, if you haven't liked the live, then please do so. Just click that thumbs up button. Appreciate it. It really makes no difference, but they are playing with Noah and Shakarri's head and the Jamaican public as well. Because right now we are literally pushing Shericka down the medal tally. We're pushing her down. We're saying that maybe she'll medal, maybe she won't medal. So even if they're messing with the competition, they're also messing with the wider public. But I do believe again that the bigger the surprise, the bigger the endorsement deal. Dennis White, welcome to live. Appreciate your comment. It's good, but they need to practice as a team to prepare for the. I'm guessing you're saying to prepare for the 4x1s. No, for the relays overall. Well, I do believe that the time they will have enough time to prepare for the relays. The athletes look like they're cohesive, just looking at how they're walking and talking and all of that. Just the way how they're gelling with each other. Rico to what? They're saying that it's gonna be Jacko, Tia, and the Queen. Well, that look like that's the order they completed at trials. So you're saying that we're just gonna have a mini trials out there. Do you think that Shelly and Fraser Price is just gonna go down like that? Right now, she's having her statue erected and banners putting up all over the world. You think that she's gonna go down like that? And right, the relays, yeah, they should be practicing for the relays. But do you believe that we'll have enough time to practice for the relays? And again, if the athlete is not, the athlete win, right, individually, they become an individual star, individual endorsement. And the bigger the win, the bigger the endorsement. Do you believe that the athlete would care more for a big endorsement or a relay gold? In some ways, they would like to get, I do believe that they would prefer to get a big gold medal as an individual and go for that big endorsement. Because I can imagine some of these athletes waiting for the Olympics to choose or allow someone to endorse them. What do you guys think? What do you think? Do you believe that they would want to work on their individual craft just so that they could get a bigger endorsement, or they would want to work on the relays? Because when you think about it, the relays is four guys working together and anything can happen. Even with all the preparation, they could still drop a baton, and if they drop the baton, then it's the end of all of that hard work. But seeing that these athletes are not running multiple events, they will have enough time. Just like how they have enough time right now leading up to the Friday, they will have enough time after the event to prepare for the finals. What do you feel about that idea? Basically saying, them Freda Frano. Them Freda Frano army. I wonder how big is that army at this point? I wonder how big is that army. Also, it throw off their competition. Definitely, throw the competition off, because right now I'm sure that the competition would be going just to anywhere to find out any bit of information. Because the first time I heard that Tia is running 10-6, I heard it from in the media. People are saying, hey, it's possible that she's running 10-6. And then it become a thing. Edwin, welcome to live. It's wishful thinking. No one is catching and beating Shakarri in the 100. What gone Jamaica? What gone? Well, I'm sure that Shakarri will be looking to win again, but the thing is, they can't surprise anybody anymore, because they got one up on Shericka last year, and now this year again. As I said before, Tia Clayton said she was not surprised that she made the team. It's just that she had a personal best, and she didn't know that she would have such a good personal best, because she's not where she was supposed to be as yet. So where is she supposed to be? Nelly saying if Shelly is 90% or higher or she is going to get gold. She is one of the only two women Ali would have gone sub 70 more than once. Uh, and remember, Shelly and Fraser said the minute that she's lined up out there, she will be going all out. The minute that she's lined up on the line, she's giving everything. She's not holding back anything. Gavin said, I think MVP is trying to keep the fans in suspense. I think they are playing safe but not trusting anyone. That's a good way to look at it. And Mark, Don't forget to click the live button, the like button, folks. Share as well. This is an amazing sports zone. I do agree. I agree with that statement right there. This is what 4 nights in a row, even without much going on. I make an effort to go out there and say, let's go live. Let's go live. And all comments are appreciated, and also they're treated like they're appreciated because they were all will be read. Mark Beck, welcome to live. Appreciate the comment. Thompson was just qualifying for the Olympics. He will be running 10.6 at the Olympics, just missing Bolt's Olympic record. Now, why is it that he's not going for more than that? Remember, the guy said, man, for the mission. This morning, I made a video and I dropped a little trivia in there. And it may not even be a trivia because it might be new, it might be public news to everybody. I was saying, at what age did Asafa break the world record? And what age did Usain break the world record? Right? Uh, I'm sorry about that. I just got a call, and when you get a call, they throw you off. I was asking a question: when did Usain break the world record? When Asafa broke the world record as well. And the big question now is Kishane too young to break the world record? I saw somebody saying that hey, he's not ready. He's not ready to break the world record. But when will he be ready? And we don't know anything about him. We saw him coming out running 10.8. Remember, guys, there was a time when there was a guy named Maurice Green running 10.88 and that was a world record, and he was taking his shoes off. He was using a fire extinguisher to cool the shoes. These athletes are running 10.8 like it's nothing, right? So with Kishane running a time like that, do you not believe that Kishane Thompson could do a little bit better than what a lot of people think? Gavin is saying, but I see Kishane in Paris walking up and down and alive. I could see him, like I got a glimpse of him on Akeem Blake's live. But the thing is, no photos anywhere. Is it like they ask to be respect his privacy? Don't take a picture of him or his colleagues. You know what I mean? Anthony Sunch or Sonich. Welcome to live. Appreciate your comment. RT, and I'm Guyanese and would always root for the Jamaican athletes. And I'm saying that Shericka will leave with 3 medals: 100, 200, and 4x1, and Shelly-Ann with 2 medals: 100 and 4x1 relays. What is the quality of Shericka's medals, Anthony? That's one of the big questions here. Is it going to be the gold, or is it going to be, silver? Quasi saying all 3 women are in individual mission. I think the US women are in shape, but not in shape for at least 2 Jamaican women and Alfred. It's too much pressure for them. The Jamaican women are fearless, and they are veterans of sort, because this is Shakarri's first Olympic and she has a big endorsement on her back, which means that she will have to deliver. West Allis, welcome to the live. Appreciate your comment. Mushroom and ganja is not a good mix. Shericka is not ready. How do you know that mushroom and ganja is not a good mix? Do you know anybody who tried it? Rocky Hill, welcome to the live. Father Time has a hold on Shelly's leg. She's done. Those legs are $1 million legs, man. They're well insured. She will lay it all out there on the line for one last time. Quincy Wilson, 20 years old Asafa, and the same for Usain, and Kishane is 23. There's an opportunity for him to do it. I don't think the age is that it makes any difference. The only thing is that we haven't really seen a history of Kishane Thompson. But we have seen where 2022 he was running 10.20. And in 2024, he's running 9.7. Who knows where he really is? St. George's for life. Welcome to live. Appreciate your comment. Tia Moss medal in the 100 meter. That's what I wonder. What is the secrecy behind the MVP? MVP is doing it under the radar so well. And do you think that the fact that they're hyping Tia to medal, are they saying that Shericka is not in the best shape and they're going to have somebody that is going out there to medal? Because Frano said He does not send any athlete to the. He said if an athlete makes the Olympic team, they're going out there to medal. It's not just a person showing up like what we are seeing from in the 200 meters. I'm thinking that these athletes are going for experience. But again, they're saying that these athletes are not just going to show up to be pretty. Edwin Afri. Kishane is a 60-meter runner. He is low energy. That's why his last meter is slow. It's not because he shuts down, as you guys been saying. No, I will eat him alive in Paris, bro. I tell you, the guy is jogging and walking or even crawling and doing 10-7. I would love to see him do it however he do it. Just produce the time. Even if he's running 60 and walking 40, produce the time. And then it would be a bad look for the US. How do you feel about that one, Edwin? Imagine a guy running only 60 and still doing that kind of time and now I'm flatting out, getting top end speed and still can't do it. You saying it was 21, I saw for about 23. So the reason why I asked is because a guy was saying, there were people saying that Kishane could break the world record. Well, the world record is not 10-6, it's in the 10-6, it's in the 10-5. It's not a consistent environment for anybody. So jumping to 10-5 for Kishane is a stretch. But the reason why I was saying what age did Asafa break this record or Usain broke the record, it's because the guy was saying he's not ready for that. And I was wondering if he's saying that he's not prepared yet or he's too young. Is he too young for the sport or whatever? It just didn't clarify. But I wanted to put some perspective on it that the age of these guys who broke it in Jamaica was around the same as Kishane Thompson. And we have seen where, even from the article I read, Kishane Thompson did not get enough time to run because of the COVID pandemic and because of injury problems. Rakil is saying Kishane is going to get his brakes beaten off him. Probably he doesn't have any brakes right now. Have you ever thought of that? That's why slow down from 60 after the thinking, man. We can't have Jamaican, the little rock, the little planet down there in the Caribbean, outsmarting you. Anna Ferguson, welcome to life. Appreciate your comment. Did you get the news a while ago about Shericka? No, I did not. Are you American or Jamaican? Shericka go have to attend a German doctor. What? That's not good news. Noel, Steve, welcome to live. Appreciate the comment. News just broke that Shericka is not well. I guess that would explain the secrecy. That would explain the secrecy. That's not good for the moral. That's definitely not good for the moral. That reported in the news sports at 5. That's not good for the moral at all. Are you saying that she's going to go see the German doctor in Paris, or is it that she's going to go see the German doctor and leave the Olympics altogether? Because you can do both. You can see the German doctor in Paris. I'm seeing a news here. Shericka Jackson. Well, let me see. Nah, I'm not seeing the news. 8 hours ago, Shericka Jackson, Shakarri Richardson to shock Jamaica rivals at Paris. I haven't seen it yet, but I'll have to search for it. But again, that's not good news at all. Anna, you that? Anna, you that? Yeah. you know Anna know you. It will be a miracle if Jamaica woman get a medal. Where? You think a marble? You think they're playing marble in Paris? Rocky. Siran Williams, Kishane going 9-6. I hope he'll be doing it for anybody who cannot do it. Honestly, I hope he'll be doing it because that news, it threw me off a little bit there. Crazy, pick up yourself too. Del Oliver. Shelly is going to will herself and the team to leave Paris with the 4x1, with gold in the 4x1, along with the world record. I said it first, man. I'm gonna hold you to this one. Because that's also, do you think we have the team for it this time around? We had a team, we had three 10-6 athletes at one point, and it was not, it didn't happen. Do you think we have a team for it right now? With Tia, we don't know if Tia is in the 10-8 shape that she was in. It may be that she got to the 10-7 shape. Could be that she got even better, or she's still in the 10-6. But let's say Tia and the news about Shericka is just fake news, the same like the Paris blackout. Let's say that it's a fake news and Shericka is in the 10-8 shape, 10-7 shape that she's in, and Shelly is in the 10-7, 10-8 shape. Who will be the fourth person to bring that 4x1 medal home, that gold medal? That's where the trick comes in. He has time to improve. Remember, he's only 23. I'm saying though, the athletes ran some of their best times between 21 and 23, 24, somewhere there. You know what I mean? So it could be that he have time to improve and there's time for him to be consistent. Usain Bolt had 3 Olympics. He went to 4 Olympics, but he had 3 Olympics where he dominated. So could it be that at this point is where we should get everything that he has to offer? Everything, especially if he's injury prone. Because look at Elaine Thompson. It could be that she's making bad decisions and it costs her career, but she also is injury prone. Even with the best coach in the world, it could be, you never know how it could turn out. Welcome to the live, ASEAN Early. Appreciate your comment. Hey, host and chat. Welcome. Yeah. Rocky Hill is saying Kishane may get the bronze medal if he's lucky. So why? Why would he only get the bronze medal? Are you saying that the other guys will be running faster? Why would you? All right, let's say now it's not going to be emotional. We're going to go with the most logical perspective. My most logical perspective of Kishane getting the gold and Oblique Civil because of the effortlessness that he used. He'll be getting the silver. And because Noah had been consistent and had been improving, he'll be getting the bronze. What's your logical perspective on this? I'm Jamaican. All right, so you're Jamaican and you said that the news broke out for Shericka. So my guess it is true because everybody from Jamaica would be wishing her well. I hope that it is not true. I hope it's not. Yeah, I'd love to know where the news broke as well. Because I've been watching, my TV is on right now, and I've a computer here. I Googled it, didn't see it yet, so I hope it's just a fake thing. The same way how we saw Paris blackout. That Paris blackout thing, I Googled it. It was on social media, but not mainstream media. I do understand that mainstream media will not look bad at the expense of anybody, So I'm just hoping for the best there. Edwin is saying Kishane is going to be the biggest disappointment in Paris. The pressure will get too much for him. He is going to choke in Paris. She went there already. Oh, so is it that she went there and she's back, or is it that she's there now? Because the secrecy was real. That secrecy was abnormal. Remember, she had that injury at the Hungry meet. Hopefully, we cannot. That's why I would love to know what's going on. But the competition is also trying to find out. It was from Wayne Walker reported from Paris, and if he reported that, I know that he dig deep into things, and it would have to be real before he reported. Listen to nationwide news, nationwide sports news, and why? That's really not the best news for us. This literal, my life was prompted because I was so motivated by that speech I saw from her when she ran that 10.65 at the stadium, when she said that she usually would write her goals on a paper and then she go out there and try to accomplish it. She worked real hard for it, then try to accomplish it. So this life was motivated by me saying that, hey, you know what? I put the gold and silver medal in Shericka's hand. Rocky saying Kishane will end up like he did at the Diamond League final in Eugene last year. Well, he ran a close, what was it? Was it the second place behind Coleman? Is that the finals? But again, he was an injured athlete. And hopefully the athletes are not injured. That's the most I can say before I want to making a definitive predictions. Julian Williston, welcome to live. Appreciate the comment. Jacko was injured, not just a cramp. Is it a was or is it that she is injured? Hopefully it's a was. Edwin is saying that Del more like more likes Shelly is going to wheel herself. I guess saying that wheel herself. She's practically running on one leg. She's not in medal. She's not medaling in Paris. Hey man, I can tell that if you were here, you'd be in a stand-up comedy bar, comedian much. America did it with a lesser team, 10-6 plus 10 plus 2, 10-8, and 11 runner. Interesting. Hopefully, Jamaica can get that baton around. But if Shelly and Fraser is not up to the task, who are they going to use? Because right now, they only have Sasha Lee, Far, Shelly and Fraser, Alana Reid, and Tia. And I guess they're going to use Nugent as well. Noah will get the chocolate medal, fourth in the 400 meter. That would be suited for him. You can see he loves chocolate already. He got himself a Jamaican dark chocolate. Sometimes I wonder why did he wear the same nail polish as her. Kishane and Civil will be battling for fourth place. Who will be battling for second and third? Because are you saying that Blake is gonna go for first? Gavin is saying that does that mean that Kishane would be bad luck then if he gets the goal? And apparently two medals for Jamaican men, 2 medals for the female. See, yes, we can tell that this is a true Jamaican right here. Again, wherever we are from, that's where the medals are going. You should know that by now, Rocky. You should know that by now, Edwin. Nationwide news at 5. I really have to take in that news. I really have to find out what that means. I'll have to answer that. Kishane ran a faster time than Noah, without a question. Stokely Ellis, welcome to the live. Appreciate your comment. Flip, you're saying that's fake news. I don't see anything on Twitter. I hope it stays fake because right now, if it's mind games, it's working in our favor because it's really not the kind of news that we want. Today is Monday. We only have 3 or 4 days before before August 2nd, right? Today is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. 3 days before, 3 days to go before the women line up out there in the 200 meter. I was saying at one point, like these guys are watching a lot of anime, and you remember the hero usually show up in the middle of the fight when everybody else is being defeated. That's when these guys are going to show up at the start line when they hear ready, and you see the athletes on the pitch. That's exactly what's going to go on because I don't know why the secrecy at all. Shelly at the starting line means she will be in the finals. If she is in the finals, she's getting a medal. Whenever Shelly gets beaten, she comes back harder. She doesn't know how not to medal. And I think that this is all right. I believe that it's gonna be emotional for her right now. So she's gonna lay it all out on the line using emotion and everything. The reason why we saw you and Blake having an emotional breakdown, it was because of the time of the year and because of the energy that was being poured into the environment. He was at the London Olympic Stadium. He ran his best times there, greatest memories there. But it was Olympics a week later, and he wished he could relive some of those glory. Ellen Fraser Price is in a position to live some of those glory and to relive some of it. So I'm expecting that she's gonna lay it all out on the line there. Who spread false news on Shericka? As the end is saying, no wonder why Frano keep the athletes away from the bad mouth people them. So no, that answers the question perfectly. Is it a good thing that Frano is keeping secrets? Or it doesn't matter? I do believe that it does matter. It does, because if news are going around that the athletes are injured, then they will be uh, there will be some kind of ripple effect in the camp. The mood will be going down. I said it last night that the quality of the medal will determine the amount of medal that we get. The first medal that we get and the quality of that first medal will determine the medals that we get. It will be a ripple effect going forward because you'll have people beating the pot covers. The energy will just be high in the camp. Energy will be high everywhere, online, around the world for the Jamaican fans. So if we're hearing that these athletes are injured, you can imagine how bad that will be. Fake news. Rico too had fake news. Please don't listen to Wayne Walker. She is in Horest, not in Germany. I'm tired of the media for real. I hope it's extremely fake. Rocky, listen, season's best don't win titles. That's the reason they run the race. As a result, right now, I remember last night I was showing the season best for Shericka. Shericka season best is 22. Shericka is number 18 in 200 meters. Number 18, Shakarri is number one in the 100 meters. Are you saying, Rock, you're not the patriot that you pretend to be, and Shakarri's season best won't be enough for her to win? Because you have to stick to one. And Anna Ferguson is saying, Wayne Walker said it, not just a cramp, it was more of an injury. And they kept it under wraps so well that she could be well on her way to winning that gold medal even after a major injury because we did see her pull up, and I think that be looking to she would be looking at the big picture, getting ready for the Olympics versus getting a goal or getting a win at that 100 meet. So I do believe that it was for in preparation for the Olympics. Bonnie, welcome to live. Appreciate the comment. Where will NL get the second medals at the game? Who is Noah Lyles? Where will he get the second medal? All right, so Noah Lyles is the 100, 200, 4x1, and there are rumors going around that if he won all three of those, they'll give him an opportunity to win 4 gold medals by joining the 4x4 team because they want to do one better than Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt won the 100 meter, 200 meter, and the 4x1 at the Olympics 3 times. So they want to give Noah Lyles an opportunity to do one better than Usain Bolt, and that's where some of the medals were conjured up for Noah Lyles. Jamaica is not getting a single gold medal. I told you this guy is supposed to be at a stand-up comedy bar. You must know Chris Rock. This is not even a bold prediction because it is the truth. Everybody have their own truth. Danny Wilson said, "I'm not counting my chickens before they are hatched. So we'll take a wait and see. Are you optimistic about anything, even though you will be waiting to see?" Anna Ferguson is saying, "ASEAN fairly, it is no fake news." Wayne Walker said that since evening when reading sports news. We see is saying, "Nobody knows what Shelly can do. Tina is hidden dragon and Shelly wants that gold medal." Tia, actually, this time, Tina was the one that dominated the under 20, and now Tina dominated under 20. Tia is now coming to the forefront. Wayne Powell, welcome to the live. Appreciate the comment. Don't let the fake news get us down, Jacko. All right, that's the kind of news I like. Even if the guy reported that, can we say we rebuke it? We rebuke it. Gavin saying Shericka been at the doctor. Shericka been at the doctor is not true. I watched Nationwide at 5 and they didn't cover that news. All right, there you go. No news is good news, but if that didn't happen, it's even better news. Marlene Beckford Harris, appreciate the comment. Thanks for joining the live. Just heard on Nation News that Shericka's injury was more serious than we thought. So there you have it. There are mixed communication going on here. Nationwide is mainstream media for Jamaica, and we have social media. Oftentimes, mainstream media will try to be safer than social media. So it could be true, but hopefully, the fact that they're reporting it now is some mind games, just so, or it could be an excuse if Shericka doesn't medal if Shericka doesn't win gold in both. It could be an early excuse that says, she didn't win because she's injured. But we also know that the same news came into the that circulated before the last Olympics for Elaine. A lot of people thought she was injured going into it. So Edwin is saying Front is hiding his athletes because they are not looking good. But you can't hide them anymore. On August 2nd, when the sprint begins, Cynthia Lane, welcome to the live. Appreciate the comment. Food question to the bias boy. A good question to the bias boy. Kai 2000. Which secrecy? They are not putting pressure on their athletes, unlike social media. They're being smart. That's what I think is happening with the MVP. The MVP is really using strategy some way somehow. I don't believe that they're just um, keeping the athletes out of the sight of everybody else. There's strategy involved. The athletes, all right, you are seeing the athletes going to the Olympic villages. They're going to buy to eat together. Obviously, the training sessions are not recorded to the extent that they could. The guys who are vlogging, they would be recording the training sessions, but they would be posting it days later, so you won't be seeing the live training sessions at any given time. But even then, you're not gonna be seeing the MVP athletes eating, walking, climbing a tree in the elevator. They are not visible. I saw in that one blog or that one live that Akeem Blake was doing, and he was like, "Yeah, man, pick up yourself." And then when he walked by, he said, "Oh, that was Kishane." He didn't even show his face; he showed his foot. So at that point, these guys are not being recorded. There's nothing to prove anything that these guys even exist at this point. And a person saying, Gavin, listen to the sports news on nationwide between Walker reporting from Paris. Right? It is execution. Edwin, take your goat mouth off of the athlete them and go away. And this is coming from Sidney Wilson. Edwin, the ladies are not loving you at all. Sonia Lee Hilton, welcome to the live. Appreciate the comment. I don't think that rumor is true. USTF confirmed that he won't be doing the 4x4. Okay, so it would not be fair for Noah Lyles to be doing the 4x4. It would be just greedy at this point. It would be just absolute greed for Noah Lyles to be doing it, especially now that he's apologizing. I hope, all right, I think what would be poetic justice is for Noah Lyles to get a beating, a very good beating in that 100 meter. And in the 200 meter, I need Leslie Tobago. Leslie Tobago. I need him to beat Noah Lyles. It's not going to be easy. It may not even happen. Because there are two other American athletes who would be lining up to beat Noah Lyles as well. But I want him to get beaten. It's the first time I'm saying it so unequivocally. Because I do believe that the US put the pressure on Noah Lyles and Shakarri because that's just the way they are. They're the powerhouse of sports, and they just need to have a hero. But then they force those heroes into becoming zero. Notice though, Noah is surprisingly quiet. I think Junel told him that Kishane arrived at the village. Each time Junel tell him something about Kishane, he takes it personally. Junel Kelly is saying good night all. And that wave mean like the live if you haven't done so. Appreciate it so much. Chosen one. Appreciate your comment. Welcome to live. How can I bet on the race if I don't know if the people are healthy? That's a good question. Jan Maki saying welcome Journey with Elaine. Good night. Jacob Cam said she is not injured. So I'm going with that. That's the kind of response I would expect from that camp. Rocky doesn't agree. Who cares about 3 gold medals? Carl Lewis won 4 medals once, and that's why I was upset with Usain Bolt because Usain Bolt did it 3 times. You said once. Am I saying once at the bottom there, Rocky? Kimoja, welcome to live. Appreciate your comment. Noah is pure ego. Cynthia Lane is saying, Rocky, go away. Why are you here? I'm sure that there are lots of US bloggers. Rocky's a general. I told you, Rocky wanted, we were talking the other night, and Rocky confirmed that he would become a honorary citizen of Jamaica if he was allowed. And we did the vote, and Noah, where would he go if he had to choose a country if it was not the US? And we all agreed that these athletes will be lining up to become Jamaicans. And they're trolls as well. Wayne Powell, listen to Wayne Walker. No, listening to Wayne Walker. No, okay, I'm expecting that you could give us a heads up on what happened. Since you're in Jamaica are an all American YouTube channel with their nonsense. So Rocky is taking revenge. He's doing it for the team. Rocky is over here as a lone hero, lone star, defending all American. Like 2000. It is execution on the day. Let's see how it works out. And judges for life, it's not just strategy, it's focus. And again, I'm going to touch on this point. I do believe that St. George's, I do believe that a lot of people are saying performance enhancement drugs. I do look at PDE as performance enhancement drugs, performance enhancement devices, and all of that. But there are different ways for people to enhance the performance. And I do believe that MVP have strategies that enhance the performance. And it's mental. It's mental. It keeps them focused. It blocks out the noise. I believe that after the Olympics, we will have access to these athletes. But going into the Olympics, nothing gets into those athletes' mind. There's this saying that the boat will not sink unless the water gets inside. But as long as the water is outside the boat stays floating for as long as possible. Taper time. Or topper time. Topper is not there this time, I think. Spring bean compressed. And then prep to release. It's like a finely tuned car. Wayne Paul is saying, listen to Wayne Walker, no nationwide, no mention of Jacko being injured. Fake, fake, fake. Anna, I don't think you were trying to say that it's true, unless your nationality is absolutely not Jamaican. Rocky Hill, so you admit you're speaking nonsense. I do believe Rocky found out that he's speaking nonsense after saying that season best doesn't win and he's bringing Shakarri to win. JJ Empire, welcome to live. Appreciate the comment. You see Tia picture? See, I told you, Frano, slimmer down. Listen, when me talk, I would love to see her picture. I've been looking for photos from MVP athletes. It's like an alien sighting. I saw only one athlete so far. I would be happy to see one. I posted the link to the audio of Nationwide News. I don't know if it will show up in the chat. Because if it did, I could literally go and play. But yeah, I don't think it showed up in the chat. Daniel Lee Forbes says Shericka and Tia was spotted today. What? No way. Everybody must feel like they're in the presence of celebrity or alien, one of the two. Cynthia Lane, I'm speaking logical sense, not nonsense. Mindset Media, welcome to live. Appreciate your comment. I have boycotted the Olympics. Why? Is it because they're playing basketball and swimming, gymnastics and volleyball only? People love those sports too. Peeping over the fence last week, I'm hearing that MVP bringing the fire. I hope that they scorch Paris. I hope they scorch those tracks. Kishane will shock the world. Absolutely. Trust me. Edwin is saying, trust me. The ladies love me. I have 99 problems. But the Jamaican girls ain't one. Remember, Jamaican are the best ladies. When you're going to say the ladies, you need to say Jamaican ladies. They don't look like they love you that much, Edwin. Like the secrecy. Just want them to come out and dominate like how Australia and the world beating the US, the silver place in the swimming. And really and truly, the US, usually they would be racking up, they would be climbing that medal table. But France, which is, I guess it's because they are the hosts why they are doing so well. US is not doing well right now in the Olympics overall. Cali Girl homeowner, welcome to live. Appreciate the comment. So where is Shericka? Somebody please assist with that question there. We're wasting time on lies who may lose to Curly and the Jamaicans in fighting for bronze. That's the truth. You know, that's one of the big things. Curly under the radar, not hearing much from him. He's a 9-7 runner. He actually ran faster than what we saw from Kishane. He has a PB that is better than Kishane. But according to Rocky, we can't look at PB, it doesn't count. But actually, he did better, right? He did better than. So Gavin is saying, even Fred Curley I'm rooting for over Noah. I would love for Fred to beat him. I wonder if Noah gave back his Jamaican uniform because I hope he doesn't show up at the line in Jamaican uniform to confuse the public. Sidney Wilson is saying Noah Lyles' teammate don't even like him. I like Shakarri though. That's one thing. Shakarri, even though she has the title, she don't use it. Even though she has the fastest time of the year, she's still not using it. And even though it looks like she's the one that is most in shape, she's not using it. So that's one of the reasons why Shakarri is more respected than Noah. Where's Shericka? Where's Shericka? Adventures with Deborah. Appreciate your comment. Welcome to the live. Noah wanting to do the 4x4s because he was here to say he received more medals than anyone. He wanted to do better than Bolt, which was not going to happen. Cynthia Lane, out of my mouth. When Paul is saying Wayne Walker don't even know the location of the MVP training camp. Where are they though? Oh my God. Anybody ever wonder if that makes sense? That the guys are so difficult to figure out? Does it make sense? No way. So fence peeping is the thing. Coaches next get the information from the tent. Tent and fence agree. All right. So so we have to be a little bit more sophisticated if we're gonna catch the MVP. The tent peeping won't work because I don't believe they're in a tent. And I don't believe there's any fence where they are. At this point, I'm starting to think that they're in bunkers. You need something different. Submarine, drone, something totally different. Heat-seeking devices. The MVP camp. It's nothing normal. When Paul said he just said that, Wayne Walker said he doesn't know where the camp is. So what I heard from my contacts last week, buckle up. Apocalypse. Apocalypse is coming, hopefully. Hopefully, it's not. Hopefully, Jamaica brings it. I hope Jamaica rock the world. And all those pot covers that are being sold out in Jamaica will be put to good use. You know, Rocky and Edwin love the attention, negative or positive. They bring the problem. He's saying that 200 meters is going to be a dog fight. Let's all Digras can pose a problem. I see. Frano is not into the drug thing. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link in the comments just in case anybody would like to join. You are welcome. So jam down, ex-gal. Welcome to the live. Appreciate the comment. If you think about Elaine in 2020, in Olympics 2020, 2021, she was kept in the bubble as well and went on to win the goals, actually double. That's where Jamaica speculated she and the rest of the ladies were at odds. Oh, that's why that makes sense. So now it's just bringing everybody into the bubble. Everybody is a part of it. Everybody feels special. That makes sense. Hopefully, that's exactly what's going on. Raja is saying Shelly and Fraser will win. Staying very consistent with that one, Raja. Welcome to live. Appreciate the comment. Adventures, Deborah is saying Noel wanting to do the 4x4 because he wants to receive more than everybody else when the medals are concerned. All the preps for all the years is meant to be released in a few days. Taper, not copper. Taper, okay. Tapering is time release of the loading, so it's a car jargon there, a car analogy. Hey, it's true to Rat that she's hurt. Is it that she is hurt, or is it that she was hurt? Tia is guaranteed to medal, could even be gold. Ran 10-6 with a slight injury. 10-8-6 with a slight injury. So these guys were, she was injured at that event. I remember she was saying that she knew she would have made up, she would have gotten into the team, but she just didn't know that she would have gotten a good personal best. JJ Empire saying, LOL, Jamaica Observer posted Shericka and Tia, they caught them off guard outside. We can see they never wanted to be seen. No way. Man, no way. Don't have to wait until tomorrow to see them. I'm gonna look at it right now. No way. No way. Where did they post them? I don't see it. Where did they post it? Still don't see it. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Still don't see it. I'll find it now. I'll find it. I found it. St. George's for Life is saying, Wayne, what did you hear? What did you hear, Wayne? $100-meter Olympic record may be under threat. Is it really that she's that good right now? Is she really, really, really that good? They're talking about extremely good if you're talking about all of this because the Olympic record is 10-6-1 by Elaine Thompson. That's a big, big record. Huge record. It's not going to be easy to break that record at all. So are you saying that she's really that good at this moment? This comment had ran away from me. Man. He said she visited the German doctor and will not be at full health, half swelling. Is this excuse? Wayne is at 5 p.m. Is that 5 p.m. report? I do believe it now because Wayne was not agreeing and now he's agreeing fully, wholeheartedly. Yes, shock the world, Jamaica. I know you will. Oral brilliance. Appreciate the comment. Welcome. Like Edwin is saying 100-meter Shakarri, gold, Julian Alfred, silver. So hold on, they don't invite Jamaica to the races. Jefferson, Brad, Jamaica people can tag me later for the result. Roger Hines is saying Shelly Ann is my pick. She will work hard to get that medal, and I'm not gonna go against Shelly Ann. Honestly, I would say, well, a healthy Shericka. I was thinking Shericka is healthy. Healthy Shericka, I would have given her both medals. What gold in 100 and 200. Shericka not healthy, it's gonna be challenging. I'm guessing that Shericka not healthy could probably challenge for the she could challenge for the 200 meters, but I'm not sure if she's gonna be. All right, I did see Tia, and she slimmed down. She really slimmed down. I saw her. I saw. Am I fun? Am I like what? Am I being a groupie over Tia? What's going on? Or is it just the fact that I saw an MVP athlete for once? No way. Yeah, yeah. She slimmed down a little bit. Let me see if I can share this with you. Well, I didn't see Shericka, but I did see a picture of Tia, wondering where she was. We a very relaxed and focused Tia was spotted inside the athletes' village. They all set for the big moments ahead. That's definitely a rare sighting. It's like it's pure gold. It's pure gold at this moment. Cynthia for our so there are a lot of comments here ran away from me, very far away from me. But I do if it's really the case with Shericka, what can we expect in that 100 meter right now? How do we adjust? How do we adjust to 4x1 in this case? Is it that she is recovering well? What's the situation there? Because you know, um, it's sad. I think it is sad at the moment. I'm gonna jump closer to the bottom of these comments because they ran away from me very, 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 very fast. Gotta pick up here. Rocky, that's actually funny. Did Rocky get a compliment from a Jamaican woman? How did that happen? Yeah, that's a good question. Sonic Cool, welcome to live. Appreciate the comment. Is Kishane a Nike athlete? Because the shoe he was wearing was Nike, and naturally the uniform is Puma. You'll see that with a lot of these athletes, they don't wear any branded shoes. I'm not sure if those are the athletes who are not who don't have a endorsement deal as yet. But that's a good question. Mindset Media is saying every Christian nation should go home from the Olympics. You guys are so unaware, but you all will wake up soon to what's going on or going on. I'll say no more. Well, to some extent, the thing about the Olympic overall, every year they would have to skip the Olympics. Every single year they would have to skip the Olympics because Olympus was a pagan environment, naturally, completely pagan environment. The Olympic gods are pagan gods, all of them. So the Olympic every single year they would have to skip it because the Olympics is a pagan ritual overall. There's no two ways about that. So even with the opening ceremony being a pagan ritual, every Olympics is a pagan ritual to some extent. You know what I mean? Anna Ferguson is saying Wayne Powell. I don't spread false news. I don't think you follow up sports more than me. Remember the first thing I asked if Anna was Jamaican because some people would love to see it. Tapering is a track technique term. Sorry about that. No idea what that meant. So I'm learning something here. And I do appreciate everybody. Sometimes I put a video up and I'll see where somebody reach out and say, hey, your title is wrong. The word is spelled wrong. I appreciate it. Honestly, I do because at least somebody's making me look a little smarter than I am. I do appreciate it. I do take the offense to it because ultimately, each thing I learn, I retain it at least, even if it's for a little while. Most printers are always carrying a niggle, so they're tapering and understood. I appreciate that. St. George's for life. I do appreciate it. Francis, welcome to live. I appreciate the comment. Tia will be taking the gold. I see it coming. Cynthia saying Rocky Hill, that's actually funny. I didn't find out what you did or said that was funny, Rocky. What are you doing to get these girls on your side? Because I know they don't like Rocky and more people more people here than the likes. Like up the stream, so you see, appreciate that so much, guys. I really do appreciate all interactions. If you go ahead and like the stream, it's the least that we could do to get this stream up. Get it a little bigger than what it is. And I do appreciate all interactions. So if you like the stream, and if the video brings any value, you guys are literally here as a community, corresponding with each other. Um, if you like the environment that you are creating for yourselves, then please like the stream. I do appreciate all interactions, really do. Jaime Grant, is it Jaime or Jimmy? Welcome to live. Appreciate the comment. Shelly Tio to the bank, all the glory, amen. Shelly have her fans, Shelly vibes. A lot of people are saying that this is the 2008 just coming back full force again. 2008 was the beginning of a dynasty, and we saw it continued to this day. If this is the reset and the dynasty begins here, then it is we welcome it even more. We saw that most of the athletes are very, very, very young, and some of the athletes who did not make it into the first team, they are just as talented, just as qualified, and they will be looking to go one better in the World Championship to come. Alana Reid is arguably one of the best talents out of Jamaica. Failed to make it into the 100-meter team this time around. Let's see. I think World Championship will see her. I believe that the future is in good hands for the ladies, even though now Shakarri is the one that get the notch to win. I do believe the future for the 100 is in good hands. I don't know for the 200 quite as yet. 200-meter women, they have three athletes representing for Jamaica. Again, the Stephen Francis saying that no Jamaican athletes that goes to the Olympics is looking just to be to participate. They're looking to medal. And I do believe that going forward, you'll see like even Kivona Davis, those athletes will be showing up. Brianna Liston, they'll be showing up. These are the future is bright. And if they're banking on Tia Clayton to go better than what we have ever seen, then we'll see. I'll say that the best thing I can say is we will see, and hopefully we'll see for real. Chelsea Clinton is saying, look out for something special from Tia. Tia is getting all the fans right now, or even from our Kishane. So Tia carrying the Shelley and Fraser Prize for 2008 mantle are for Kishane. Look out for Kishane. Look out for Tia. So these are the two athletes. Are you saying that these athletes will surprise us or they will not surprise you at this point? Because nobody's really bringing Tia to medal. If you are not a Jamaican fan who probably get a glimpse over the fence, nobody's really bringing Tia to medal. Who really who would be saying that Tia will medal? It's kind of unheard of at this point. Because Tia coming into this, she was the slower of the twin. Tina, if Tina was there, everybody would be saying, yes, Tina on the big stage, she get it done. But Tia, that's good. It's good to see that she have the faith of the entire country. Brianna Liston is in Paris doing what? What is she really doing? No, no, no. No, no, no. She didn't make it. She didn't make it to any of the team, 1 or 200. So I'm expecting that the future would be good. You'll see her. The injury is real. I wonder how bad is that in Shakarri. Edwin is absolutely a comedian. 10, 4, 5 shape. They must be molding her. They must be molding a statue of 10-5 and putting it on her. He said that final will be 10-5. What am I missing? Honestly, I've heard stuff that she's that good, but what? How? How? The news will break if his source is correct. Sidan Wilson, that young lady from St. Lucia, is now walk over, so don't write her off. Yeah, you're talking about Julian Alfred. Julian Alfred is definitely, she's not even a dark horse because the times that she had been running in 1 and 200 meters consistently, she will be looking for the individual medal. Like, obviously, she don't have anybody to back her up in the 4x1. So she'll be looking for those individual medals and she'll be laying it all out on the line. She won against Shericka, even though she was injured, and she gave Gabby Thomas a run for her money in the 200 meters. And in the 100 meters, I think she ran at 10.85 to win as well. So she had been running really, really good times for a good while now. When Paul is saying yes, they're in the 5 p.m. report. Curly Beauty, welcome to live. Appreciate your comment. Tia, come through, girl. Journey with Kelly said, please like up the live stream. I appreciate that, Journey with Kelly. Guys, please like the live. Appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'm just saying, I've gone live 5 days, well, 4 days in a row, and we are not competing right now. This is me trying to be consistent, and and the more consistent I become, is the more likely that I'll be going live every single day until Olympics, even probably during some of the early mornings. So please, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. It will give you a notification each and every single time I go live. I think Frano keeping everyone guessing about Shericka. That would be good if they put some false news out there to take some of the attention off. You know what I mean? It would be very good if that is the case. Frano is not Shericka's coach, it's Paul. Yes, that's true. She always mentioned that it's Paul who is her coach. But it's just because Frano is the one that is most vocal why people. But the thing is, though, are you saying that it's interchangeable when you use Prana? Because they're both Francis. As a result, you'll see that the photo I have here in the background, it's deliberate. I used Paul Francis photo in that one just because I wanted it to be clear that he's the coach. And so yes, it is Paul Francis who is the coach for Shericka Jackson, but he's also Francis. So Frano is the big man, which is Steve Francis, or is it that both of them is Frano and then you use them interchangeably? Is it that Paul is also Kishane's coach? Because Kishane Thompson said he was discovered by Paul Francis. Or when he ran that world lead, he ran straight to um, Stephen Francis. Interested. Now all eyes is hoping running his mouth will help him to run in the 200 in the 100 meter. Is that what you're saying? He's hoping that he can win the 100 by running his mouth. Curly Beauty is saying, so why she go to the Olympic and injured, or she getting it, or she got it there? She got injured after she qualified for the Olympics. She got that injury. We saw where she pulled up in the meet in Hungary. That meet we saw a lot of MVP athletes. She didn't finish that race. She pulled up. So I think she might have gotten it there. Mr. Rose, are you okay? Stephen Francis is definitely Shericka's coach. Please go Google, sir. Well, I think it's Paul Francis who is her coach for real. But both of them is Francis. Both of them is Francis. So they could be called as Frank. Elaine is saying, guys, hit the like button. So even before, even if you are here and you know you're gonna leave at some point, just please remember before you leave to hit that like button. I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody who stopped by, all the interactions. I always say that remember that it's a commentary. I make an effort to read the comments. Comments are coming in so fast. There are so many. But it's a commentary. The comments are Terry. I Terry the comments. I trade the comments. I read the comments. It's commentary. You guys are literally creating the commentary as we go along. So I do appreciate all interaction. So please like the live, and I'll make every effort to read as many as I can because it does put things into perspective. Because before this, I knew nothing that there was a sighting of MVP athletes. I knew nothing that another MVP athlete might have been injured or recovering from an injury or is injured at the moment. So I do appreciate everybody who had interacted, who is interacting, and I appreciate your support. I appreciate the like and the comments and the subscription as well. Well, he said that he got the information from a good source, and most times they will not post. They will really won't post unless it is a good source for real. JJ Empire is saying, okay, Smith. So who used to train Elaine, Paul or Paul Francis? No idea about that one. But I know that Paul Francis is a bona fide coach in that is he not the head coach? I think he's also the head coach of the MVP. Stephen Francis might be holding a like a founder's position. He's also a coach, but I think Paul Francis is the head coach at the moment. Kari, Dina Lee, welcome to live. Appreciate the comment. Kari not winning the 100 meter. Upset will be happening. I like this comment. I absolutely love it. I tell you that Shakarri I really do believe that the best man win on the day. Shakarri had been so humble. It's been over the years, over the past year, she had been very, very humble. And for that, she had gained respect of a lot of Jamaicans. But we really wanted her to lose. I want her to lose. And I saying Kishane is a Nike athlete. He ran in the Nike gears at trials. Puma is Jamaica sponsor, so you'll see the Nike athlete in Olympic gears for championship. How is it that he became a Nike athlete so without even I believe they sold him and they sold him well because I saw the photo I saw of him. He was in the Nike gears, and yes, you usually. But do you think that athletes also use Nike gears even though they're not sponsored by Nike? Because I think that it is likely that they would use Nike gears even if they're not sponsored by Nike. It's just that a athlete sponsored by Nike usually can't wear the gears from a different brand. You know, Mr. Rose Smith, Stephen Francis was Shelley, Elaine Asaf, and currently Tia and Kishane's coach. Makes a lot of sense. Kishane ran to his coach, and Paul Francis had some success. If he's training Shericka, and we're seeing that from Shericka, yes, he's had some success. St. George's for life, it's an Olympic record for Kishane Tia, and near certain Olympic record for Kishane. What? You're talking about 10-6, below 10-6-3. Every time you say something, I'm surprised. I want to see this happen. I want to see this happen because we're saying that Kishane will win, right? And it will be better that time than everybody else. But talking about this kind of territory is big deal because let's say how far away is that Olympic record from that world record? Let's put that into perspective. The Olympic record is 9.63. The world record is 9.58. It's 500 of a second. Some people would probably say four because you'd have to do from 62 to 68. Well, because you'd have to go to 57 to break the record. But that's a big deal. I wonder if Rocky Hill agree. Rocky saying Shakarri is snatching up that Olympic record from Elaine, like she did to Shelley's World Championship record. Well, to be honest, the only person outside of Elaine who ran 10-6 flat would be Shelley. She have to run that 10-6 flat first. And we'll see. We'll see for sure. Chelsea Clinton is saying, show some love by hitting that like button. Appreciate that. Truly, truly appreciate that. St. George's for Life is saying that Brianna Liston did not run a trial. She shut down her season after the NCAA. That was a rough season. Most athletes are struggling after that season. But I jump to a little bit closer to the bottom here. Veron Comrie. Welcome to live. Appreciate the comment. Shericka is Puma athlete and she is coached by Paul Francis. Mr. Frano is a Nike coach. The Clayton twins and Kishane are Nike athletes. Frano takes an interest in what Paul is doing. I do believe that Frano would be assisting or even consulting Paul Francis. Frano is a Nike coach still. And then are you saying that since Frano is a Nike, well, Stephen Francis is the Nike coach, then it's safe to say that Paul Francis is the Puma coach because Shericka Jackson is a Puma athlete. Simply saying Gary Card, Gary Card run in Nike gears overseas, even though he's not sponsored. That's what I'm saying. A lot of athletes they are running in Nike gears, even training in Nike gears, even if they're even if they're sponsored for a different brand. Desmond Lambert, welcome to the live. Appreciate the comment. I would not be surprised if Shakarri does not make it to the finals. Well, that I would be surprised about. I'm not saying I wouldn't want to see it, but I would be very, very surprised if Shakarri doesn't make it to the finals. MVP camp is a Nike camp, but why is it that Shericka is a Puma athlete? That's the only thing. Is it that one brother represent one brand and the other brother represent a different brand? That would be also um, that could be possible because how is it that Shericka would not would be the only star there that we saw using a different brand because we all know that she's definitely Puma. And I forgot to saying that JJ Empire, Shakarri, Shericka would have said that many times while Francis is her coach, not Stephen Francis. Stephen is a Nike. Paul is Puma. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. And Shericka is Puma. Go for the track and feel more. That makes a lot of sense. Because I was thinking that Shericka is a Puma athlete, so Paul might be the Puma coach. When the running will start on August 1st, that's Friday, and I think it's 4 a.m. America time, or 4:30 a.m. No, 4:30 a.m. or 4 a.m. Jamaica time. So I do have a post up that I posted the times when the athletes will do their thing. But I do know that it will be on Friday and it will be very early in the day. So it will be Friday at 4:50 a.m. Jamaica time. That's when the running starts. 4:50 a.m. Jamaica time. But the high jump start 3:15 a.m. Jamaica time. So the events really start on Friday for Jamaica. Jordan Kelly is saying Kishane right now is the reason why the 100 meter have the world on edge. 100 meter for fast time and running 9.8 ain't cutting it anymore. And that's where Noah locks. And that's where Noah is actually locked into. And a Ferguson says Stephen Francis used to coach Elaine and Shelly Shericka coached by Paul, who is Stephen Francis' brother. You know how is it that they were struggling and they had problems with who gets the most attention and stuff like that? You know, Pearly Beauty saying Shericka going to wear Nike outfit. I think she should. Just saying. I don't think she can. That's the only thing. She can't wear the Nike outfit. She'll be going against the brand. Endorsements is what really makes the athletes. And I do believe that it makes the coaches as well. That's one of the reasons why you'll see the athletes are not training as they don't take the relay training as seriously as they take the individual training because after you get that individual medal, then you get that individual endorsement. Good for the camp, good for the coaches, good for the athlete. So and if the athlete break their deal, then they could lose money. So you won't really see an athlete wearing a Nike um, shoes or a Nike brand unless they are covering it up. If a Puma athlete wear a Nike shoes, they will put a tape over it or even a Nike socks or something because they do wear different brands, but they make an attempt to hide the brand from the public. Karen Higgins, welcome to the live. Appreciate your comment. Whatever MVP is doing, it worked. So let us leave Frano make doing thing. At Curly Beauty, no Shericka will be in Puma gears from head to toe. And that progress is correcting, it's confirming that. And I do believe that's the case. The only way that she's not in Puma is if it's well hidden, like taped up. And they are taping it so well it cannot fall off. Rocky Hill is saying that an athlete wear their team sponsored kit, but their sponsors spike that's true as well. The only anomaly that I've seen is where the US wore Ralph Lauren from head to toe. So that could be where a country like the US is a big deal. They will negotiate different stuff for themselves. But I saw where the Ralph Lauren suit, the entire outfit, even the shoes, was Ralph Lauren for the US. And LeBron James, everybody know that he's Nike. He was in full Ralph Lauren outfit. So you'll find that some countries they will have they will have a different brand that sponsors the opening ceremony uniform, while they will have a different brand that sponsors something else. And that would be an agreement that is worked out. But Puma is the brand that sponsors the national team overall for Jamaica. But Jamaica is a smaller country with fewer sports than the USA, so With the USA getting a bigger company on board to outfit the entire team, it makes sense that they could use a single uniform, including their shoes, because Ralph Lauren is the entire thing, a shoes and apparel brand. Fabian Full, welcome to live. Appreciate the comment. Ralph Lauren is not a sports brand, but it's an apparel brand. Though. It's not a sports, it's apparel. So they were able to get a deal with the for the opening ceremony outfit. But they also provide shoes. So it's not spikes. But they also provide a full suit for the USA. So I do agree. I understand that they are not sports brands, so it could be where that's why they were able to work out such a deal. But for Jamaica, they have Puma. So they have Puma. For Jamaica, they have Puma, which is their sponsoring brand. Curly Beauty said, "Oh, I see the Puma logo on her gears, but the material changed. Not getting that. All of the gears for the Jamaicans will be Puma. Yes, Rocky, I was definitely agreeing with what you were saying. I was saying that the only way that you'll find a different person, the only way that you'll find a country wearing a different shoes other than what the sponsored spikes is if they got an apparel brand provided. And to your point again, Curly Beauty, the uniform will always have to be the sponsored uniform, which is the Puma uniform. The spikes would have to be the sponsored spike. So the uniform is sponsored by a national. The national sponsor is Puma, but the entire uniform will be Puma. Yeah, all athletes will be wearing the Puma brand, where uniform is sponsored, but not the spikes. The one she was wearing on the screen, the material looked different. Again, they have a lot of different outfits. I was looking at some of the outfits, and they are made differently. As you will see that some of the girls they are wearing the knickers, the longer knickers, while some wear the bath suit, some wear the, just a little panty looking uniform. So it really does depend on what they are wearing. I think this one Lambert is saying, let's not forget history always repeats itself. So I'm not writing out here winning the 100-meter gold. Remember 2008. Yes, when Shelly and Fraser Price came into the scene, Shelly and Fraser Price was not supposed to win. She was not even supposed to be there. A lot of people was calling for her to sit this one out so that Veronica Campbell could get a send off. We love Veronica Campbell. She was the queen at the time. She was the champion, and she was the one that we were respecting and honoring at the time. But history proved that a young athlete can come in and surprise everybody. My only thing is that with Shericka Jackson, it is really sad to see that my I was definitely rooting for her to win 100 and 200-meter gold because the way how she trained and the way how the way how she approached her training and the way how she approached her goals, I was really banking on her winning the 100 and the 200 meters. But with her being injured, or if she's still injured, it's very the strategy will have to change. And I'm sure that the entire Jamaica team would have changed strategy unless the coaching they're implementing some new coaching strategy to bring her to that finish line ahead of everybody else. I don't know how that will happen though. But if she have any kind of injury, naturally, this is also one thing that could be cause for concern, right? How will these girls qualify for the relay 4x1 relay? Who will they be using to qualify for that 4x1 relay? Because now you'll find that even before the finals, you would not have Shericka Jackson participating in the relay. Even you probably will not have Shelly and Fraser participating in the relay because you try to keep her as much as you want. So Rocky Hill, you are right with the footwear. Yeah, they will have to wear the spikes. But at this point, how will they qualify for the relay with Shelly and with Shericka? Naturally, they wouldn't run. She wouldn't run the relay. who will be running the relay at this point? That's one of the questions that I've been thinking about because the team showed that we have Tia Clayton and Sasha Lee Forbes. Who will be running the prelims for Jamaica? Anybody have any insight on who will be running the prelims? Do you think Shelly and Fraser will be a part of the prelims for the relay? Or do you naturally Shericka will not be a part of it? So will it be Shericka? Will it be Shelly and Fraser, Alana Reid, Tia Clayton, Sasha Lee for the prelims? You know what I mean? Because and if Shelly and Fraser is not supposed to be a part of that, who will be picking up for Shelly and Fraser? Usually the relays would be six people and not five. And in this pool, they have only five people in the pool for the relays at this point. So with Shericka looking like she's not well, that's another cause for concern for the relay. But again, the relay is not even the major part for the athletes. Veron Comrie is saying sponsors want to see their spikes on the podium. Completely, that makes sense. I ran past so many comments up top there, it was just too difficult to pick up. So yeah, Stokely Hillis, welcome to the live. Appreciate your comment. Now a fool of himself. I say now a fool, but now a fool of himself. He needs to do more on the track and less on the mic. That's another thing that we should probably look at. Do you think that Noah at this point is a real threat, or did we talk ourselves out of believing that Noah is not a threat? Because Noah won that world championship even with Oblique Civil looking better than him. Noah won that world championship with Oblique Civil when Oblique Civil was the one that everybody was carrying for the gold in that. He won that world championship and he went on a bragging tour. So after he won that world championship, I think he pushed himself way up and it's boost his confidence. So did we talk ourselves out of Noah being a real threat? Because we have Kishane now. And what happened with Akeem Blake? Where's Akeem Blake in all of this? Last year it was Akeem Blake and Oblate Civil that was our savior. At least 2 years ago. They were both our savior. We saw where Johan Blake ran that 10.85 at the trials, and we said, all right, it's the second coming of Johan Blake, and we have Akeem Blake and Oblique Seville. But now Akeem Blake is literally a footnote. Where's Akeem Blake in all of this? Cynthia Lane is saying, if Shericka is injured, she should be pulled and at least give us a fighting chance. Who would be replacing her? Because they only sent Stanley for the finals, for the final team. It is Sasha Lee for Shericka Jackson, Shelly and Fraser Price, and Tia Clayton. So if Shelly and Fraser Price is full, no, if Shericka is full, who do we replace her with? Right now, we have seen where Alana Reid made the team because she will be running on the relay. Will Alana Reid replace Shericka Jackson? You know, and the prelims, how will the prelims work out? All of this is really a little bit tricky at the moment. I think it's a little bit tricky. Anna Ferguson saying, any Puma athlete wear Puma spikes in championship. Only Puma athletes wear Puma spikes in championship. Nike athletes wear Nike spikes. That's for sure. Desmond Lambert. With all said, let us pray for our athletes that God will protect them and keep them safe in Paris. Definitely, we need to keep them in the prayers because these athletes are training for 10, 11 months out of the year just to produce a good 10 seconds or 20 seconds of bliss for the entire Jamaica. Look at how the lead up to the championship is going. Everybody's banking on them doing very, very well. Everybody is supporting them. Everybody is talking up a hype around them. They are definitely the ones who are the most important because if one of them fall out of the equation, then our energy drops with them falling out. So all of our energy is tied into them. We definitely need to send the best energy and prayers to the athletes. Fabian Full is saying, Blake, full up, full us with that 1080 When I saw that 1085 from Blake, seeing that the entire world was running slow times. Remember that World Championship? The winning time was 1083. When Blake ran that time, everybody was saying, all right, this is the next coming up. Johan Blake. Yes, finally, after Usain Bolt exit the sport, Johan Blake has arrived. Now it's his time. He looks good. He looks better. He was running and he was slowing down. He was even putting on a show. He was running against Hudson, right? And he was pulling up to him. He was watching him and he picked up the pace. At that point, he was wondering, how is this guy so fast? How is he so strong? He picked up the pace when he wanted to and he slowed down when he wanted to. And then he just had an injury and he was complaining about that injury. You know, Edwin is saying, for the 4x1, since you don't have a fourth athlete, how about going with Natasha Goal? What about what about Akira Nugent? What about Akara Nugent, right? Why goal? You guys are begging for a medal, Edwin. Listen to me carefully. Listen, I listen properly, right? Ataya goal. Don't even run a fast 800 properly. This is just one of the 800 athletes that we have. You gotta put her on a 4x1 and she don't even run the 800 with the speed that she probably should. You are begging a 100-meter gold record, gold medal right there, a 4x1 gold medal. I hope Great Britain silence you guys after Jamaica win first. You get third for that comment. Akeem Blake has aged in his favor. I've seen a few people asking the question, do you think that Akeem Blake will be able to strive beyond where he had strived at the club where he is? And I do wonder about that as well because Akeem Blake is an athlete that have one of the best starts, who had one of the best starts, and we started to believe in him. But at some point, we're wondering if the coach is as elite as they can be. Because we saw where Brianna Williams also had just the best start. This is that the coach are capable of helping the athlete to pick one aspect of the race, but not all aspects of the race. Because you will see that he doesn't look like he's progressing at the moment. And the guys who are in the other camps, more traditional camps, they are progressing more. So it could be that he need additional assistance from a more elite coach for him to get further. And yes, he does have the age on his side, but he might need a little bit more. At Cynthia Lane, Edwin is saying, I pray Shericka run the 4x1 and anchor it. Can't wait to see Shericka Shakarri much her up. And the progress is saying that Edwin, we don't have to draw for 800 athletes as we already have reserved from the 100. Maxine Williams, welcome to life. Appreciate the comment. I pray all our athletes will be healthy and fast in Jesus' name over them, Lord. I agree with that one. Amen. Dr. Ellis says that all we have to do now is to put our athletes in our prayers. Seems like they definitely need a lot of prayers. But is it something else that they could do leading up to this? Do you think that they need rest? At some point, I saw that they were unwinding, they were walking around. They look relaxed. Shelley Fraser Price did an interview. I think it was with the cleaner. She looked relaxed. She was explaining that she was having a lot of fun because this Olympics she had enough time to just relax, and that's what she's been doing. That's what she is doing at the moment. So it could be that athletes are unwinding, and we are The same way how we get the good news and we are happy about it. And sometimes that good news is really what we needed to hear. Sometimes we get a little bad news, and that bad news was not meant for us, it was meant for the distraction of somebody else. But since we are getting the same news as everybody else, we are taking it differently. My hope is that the Shericka is in a better place than what is being reported. And I saying that they will rest one of the athletes in, and one more. I think it's Shericka, and I think it's Shericka, and I more think it's Shericka. I do believe that even if Shericka was at 100%, she would not be running the brilliance, not be running those brilliance at all, because she's the only athlete for the Jamaica in the Jamaican camp running 100 and 200 meters. So she have a very long station, and I could see why they would try again. Oblique Civil was injured, right? He picked up his injury at the trials, and he went to see that same German doctor, and he came back out of it. He was fit, and I think if she picked up that injury, unless that injury is quite severe, because Oblique Civil got to the point now where he's saying that he had been training better than ever before because he is able to. So after that injury, he recovered his training. He's getting bulky. He's putting on some muscle mass, and he's looking forward to doing more than he had done before. So I would say the injury is around the same time like when Shericka got her injury, because they completed the trials and ran the weekend that followed. Oblique picked up his injury during the trials. He got his treatment, and then he started to recover. He started running his first set of. He started doing his first set of training this week. Well, yeah, early last week Wednesday he started doing his first set of training, and now he is at a good spot. So is it that this news is coming out now to throw the competition off, or could it be that this news is coming out to apologize in advance for Shericka not doing well? You know what I mean? Because a lot of time you'll find people using smoke and mirror. Because if they say that she had a injury, the same is true for oblique civil. If you're saying that oblique civil had an injury, it's also a good PR strategy to say that since he was injured, he was not at his best. He was still recovering, but the recovery did not was not finalized because we had a competition and we have to compete. So who knows? Mr. Rose Smith is saying, no, Akeem need a new coach. When I see that video with him, that group running long hills with 100% effort, that was real madman. Real madman thing. You'll never run hill with 100% effort. Is that like a recipe for injury? Is that what you're saying? Not a recipe for injury. But I still believe that the coach was able to get something out of Akeem Blake and put him on the radar so Jamaica knew exactly who he was. I just don't believe that they can bring him over the hump because I'm not sure if Akeem Blake had a career in the 4x0 at the boys and girls champs. I don't know if he had a career at boys and girls champs. So we didn't see him before. We don't know who he was, but I do believe that whoever his coach was, and I think it's Michael Frater, they put him out there, and I believe that's the extent of their tutelage. I don't know if they can tutor him beyond this at this point. So Kim Blake probably will need. Do you guys see anything in the future for Russia Clayton? Seeing that she is a two-time world champion, two-time world champion bronze medalist, and she will be going up against McCutcheon and Bowles, Frankie Bowles. Anybody going up against those two will be running for a third place finish. Do you think that? we'll see a medal in that 400 relays. And do you really believe that the Jamaica fans, Cliff is saying that he believes that Michael Frater, yeah, I don't believe it's Michael Frater, that he is the coach. And also, I believe Johan Blake is in that same camp. But I just don't believe that they will be able to get him over the hump. I do believe that the coaching in Jamaica have a lot of knowledge. Michael Frater was an athlete, but I don't believe he have the same knowledge that the coaches have. Outside of that, listening to Stephen Francis when he was talking about Elaine Thompson, and he said that I probably will not say no if she asks me to correct those problems that she have. He didn't say he would say yes, but I probably would say no, and all of that. He was saying that a lot of these smaller clubs they do not have the the necessary tools to keep these athletes healthy. So the coaching is not really just about the athletes getting faster and stronger. It's also about keeping those muscles healthy and helping them to recover and repair properly. So I do believe that it could be where the Titans have what they need, or it could be that they don't. But I do not believe Akeem Blake will progress to where he can be in a club, in the club where he is. Nadine Graves. Welcome to live. Appreciate the comment. Yes, his coaching tips were leaked because Julian was part of his team. When you can produce winners, you are you are on your game. Do you really believe the coaching tips were leaked? It could be. But how much could she actually teach them? Because what I'm saying is, for example, right? You have Michael Frater who was in MVP. He did come out and produce some high level athletes. I did produce. He was able to help athletes to get better. But I still don't believe that he can get to the quality or the level of Stephen Francis. Because Stephen Francis is still producing athletes who are capable of running 10, 9, 7, 10, 6, and stuff like that. With with Michael Frater being a part of that camp for such a long time, he would be able to produce a lot of important time or a lot of good times, which would draw athletes to him. But I do believe that they only learn about some of the fundamentals, and it could be that she brought some fundamental information to the camps overseas, and they were able to just add it to whatever they had already had. And we saw Anoa as becoming better. It could be true, it could be that, but I do not see how athletes like Michael Frater, who had been a part of that camp for a very long time, still not being able to reproduce what he would have learned for over 15, 20 years, 15, 10, 15 years. Edwin is saying, I think one of Shericka's problem is that she is a natural 400 and 200 meter runner, but she is forcing herself to run 100 meters. A fast 100 race are hurting her knees. I was thinking about it today when I revisited that 4x4 race in 2015 where they won the gold medal, and it was just a historic race in my opinion, where she ran that third leg, and that third leg was just super. It was just a super leg, and it reminded me that she is actually a 400-meter runner and not just a 100-meter runner. And you are definitely onto something when you're saying that it could be the thing that is affecting her. Because remember when um, Coach Stephen Francis alluded to the fact that Kishane Thompson and Elaine Thompson, they were too fast to be coached by just anybody. Remember, the guy was saying that they were too fast. It's not that they are just fast and they don't know how to manage it. He was saying they are too fast. It's like he used the analogy that Elaine Thompson era is a finely tuned athlete. They're talking about like a finely tuned car, a Ferrari car, a Lamborghini, one of those super charge car for racing. Those two athletes are too fast, which suggests that they are already fast. You have to develop the kind of muscle that can keep up with the kind of speed that they have naturally, right? Now, Shericka Jackson might be a strong athlete who is forcing herself to go fast, while Elaine Thompson is a fast athlete that is forcing herself to be stronger in the breakdown of the body. And that's where the equilibrium comes in, where the coach has to keep everything in balance. That's why he's saying that some of these athletes, like Kishane Thompson, Elaine Thompson, is just too fast to be trained by any coach. And I do believe that this could be actually a problem for Shericka as well. The 100 is too much for her. With the 200, she's going fast in the 100, but it could be the thing that destroys her. Could be while the others, when they force themselves to go beyond the 100, that burst of speed, that's what destroys them because they have the power and strength that they don't really have. So clearly, it's saying Jamaica produced some good sprinters, some good sprinters of all time. And I was thinking about this as well in a different light. How is it that Jamaica was able to produce these sprinters and consistently produce them? What makes these athletes so special? That's a good question. Think about that. And I'd like to see an answer in a comment from somebody. Why is it that Jamaica can consistently, over the years, provide athletes at this level? Previous to that, you'd have a one-off athlete like Merlin Ati, and then the Veronica Campbell fame, you have the Dion Hemmings who did a good job. But no, it seems like every athlete coming out is doing well. How is it that it's happening? Shireen Sherwood, she's saying that Shericka not winning any double. Same knife that stick Elaine that's going to be used to stick Shericka. That's a very bold one. I don't understand it, but if I interpret it, not winning any double. Same knife that stick Elaine, they are going to use to stick Shericka. That suggests like there is some problems. So you're saying that Shakarri will be able to beat Shericka, but Shakarri Elaine ran the Olympics. That's where Elaine Glory came in. The Olympics. She was never a world championship athlete. So it must be where the problem is the coach. If that's what I'm interpreting from this. Uh, Edwin, she's not forcing herself. Sherin is saying Edwin Frano put her in the 200 and the 100 as a replacement for Elaine, just like how he's grooming. Yeah, I made a video, but I'm gonna rush to you so I catch Brian saying Tia for the win. Clip is saying, God forbid we lose Frano and Glenn Mills. Do you think that will be a drought in Jamaica sprinting or produce just not produce as much quality sprinters? Good question. Those two, I hope that they're not using tribal knowledge, where they're gonna keep the knowledge and talk to the chief. I'll tell you what to do. All right, do this, and then you do it, and it becomes like a Midas touch. You get gold. I hope they're gonna pass this knowledge on to somebody so that it lives on for a while. Mr. Rose Smith is saying later need to relax and stop muscling her movement in the last part of the 400 meter. She she gets really tight, especially in the upper body. Look at Sydney and Bo. Relax their way around. Are you saying that she still will be able to medal, but she would get a better quality medal if she's more relaxed? We're saying Paul Francis does the scouting for the club. That makes sense. That makes sense because that's who discovered Kishane as well, right? Maxine Williams is saying, "Come on, guys, how much tips could Janelle leak?" And she's not the coach. She might have said something, but not that detrimental. They did their trading. Let us go apart, cheer on, and pray. I do believe that even if they pull stuff out of her, because they will be using questions like, "How did you do it? What is he doing? I can tell you they had a little old gym around there, the back at UTech there, and they are determined people, and they use them as a Tava said, as experiment to get good. Paul Francis is the head coach. That's true. I think that's what I saw at one point that he's the head coach. Maxine is saying, I mash down that immigration, that imagination. I mash down that imagination. Edwin, I kinda agree with you because from school days, the 200 and 400 she did at school champs and to be doing the sprint. No, I think it's pressuring more. No, all right. I was gonna pivot after Edwin said that, and it's good that you brought this up, man. Right. All right. So I do believe that the problem, the problem with Shericka and the emergence of Shericka is that she came to punish Elaine. I don't think she came to replace Elaine. She came to punish Elaine. She was the Elaine punisher. After Elaine was acting up, they were trying to show that Elaine, you didn't build yourself. We're gonna build another athlete, and we're gonna show you what it looked like when we build another athlete. And they built Shericka. No, Shericka is not Elaine. Because even after that, Stephen Francis said that Elaine is still the best of all of them, even better than Shelley and Fraser, right? He was saying that she is the most complete of all of them. Elaine, perfect athlete. She used to listen and all of that. Yet I praises for Elaine continuously. Shericka was the Elaine punisher. The coach is the one who will help you to get where you are. The coach is the one who can help somebody to beat you. But I don't believe that she is the replacement or she can ever be a replacement because Elaine is arguably the best in in the history of Jamaica, and it's arguably. A lot of people will automatically assign it to Shelley and Fraser Price because still it's arguably. The reason why I'm saying arguably is because Elaine beat Shelley and Fraser. Elaine just didn't have a long career like Shelley and Fraser, but the person that Elaine beat on her journey to greatness is Shelley and Fraser. As a result, it's arguable that Shelley and Fraser is second to Elaine. I'll and reach some of these points as well. Shireen is saying the reason Jamaica is doing so well in the sprint, Frano, especially Frano. Frano do not rush. Frano fine tune like a car make the car like a car makers make car time and expertise. It seems like that for real because when he took in the Clayton twins, they were on top of their games and he said, we'll need at least 2 years to get them ready. But I guess he got her ready ahead of schedule to the point where she is considered to be one of the gold medal um, prospects in this Olympics, and it's not even a year good. Curl Beauty is saying dedication, perseverance, and strength are the working determination takes a lot. All the respect to the runners. Cheers. Totally, absolutely. I don't believe that the average person can do anything close to what these athletes are doing. Not even close. These athletes are digging deep. And that's why I was saying at one point that some of these athletes definitely need a league outside of the Diamond League, something that veterans, older athletes go to so that they can ease their way out of the sport because sometimes they abruptly leave the sport after putting in all this training, all of these things, and then just go sit down and say, figure it out. You know what I mean? Sometimes they need to unwind the amount of effort that they have been doing, putting in from they were kids. Just like how you go to college and university all your life all the way up until 25. Some of these athletes have been training all the way up until 30 years old, only to find out that they are old and can no longer do it. So the dedication and determination is next level. Stephen Francis is the head coach. I really don't think Stephen Francis is the head coach. I believe he's like a founding father, not really the head coach. And he was the head coach. He passed it on to Paul Francis, and I guess Paul Francis being a coach within his own rights is what would allow him to be a Puma coach, while his brother is a Nike coach. I think that could also be a financial strategy. Just me guessing. Sherine is saying no rushing in coaching. This is why we have past athletes. That's what I'm saying. Like even if next year going into the World Championship, you'll find athletes from the MVP beating Tia. Don't be surprised. Serena Cole is there. Serena Cole was supposed to be the one that challenged Alana Reid. Alana Reid had a breakout year, but Serena Cole was injured. And then she joined MVP after that. We still have Serena Cole there. There are so many athletes with so many prospects that could show up. And these athletes that stay in Jamaica, they usually have a better results from what I've seen. Edwin is saying, so when Kishane lose to Noah in the 100-meter final, to Jamaica blame Kishane or Frano? Just ask him. You'll never know. You will never know. Because it will never happen. You don't know who Kanye West is? Sherry Sherwood. Sherry Sherwood. He said, not my imagination. Watch the trend. That threatens everyone that threatens a certain person's legacy ends in injury and error. Watch and study. Hey, you're very much onto something there now because guess what? These athletes, all right, it's like even in science, even in like AI is taking over now. The makers of artificial intelligence, making robots or anything that have a certain amount of autonomy, you'll become a robot, you'll do it by yourself. The makers will have a little bug in there that they will say, break. The moment that artificial intelligence robot or whatever decide to go their own way, break. And that robot break. They're onto something there. Makes sense. Girl Beauty is saying running starts tomorrow or Friday. It starts on Friday actually. Starts on Friday. Let's see if we can bring it up here. All right, so this right here, probably not the best place to show it. Yeah, you probably won't see it here. But the running starts on Friday. The first thing that we'll have, the first, the first, Jamaica will first compete in the women high jump, the qualifications, followed by the 100-meter heats at 4. If you're in Jamaica, it's 4:50 a.m. for the 100-meter heats. It starts at 4:50 a.m. and the triple jump starts at 11 a.m. on Friday, and the discus starts at 11:55 a.m. And this is all women. The men will start their events. The only man event on Friday will be the shot put, and that will start at 1:10. I have a post up on my community post. It's there for the first day. You could see it there for sure. Paul Francis said it himself that he is the head coach. However, Frano is the face of MVP, and Frano is like, as I said, you'll have a company, you'll have a president, and you'll have a CEO. Those are two different things. Sometimes you'll have the president being the CEO. Sometimes they just split the duties, and it's a big club. And I do believe that even the president, I think it's Bruce, the guy. I don't know if he's still there. The club is a big club. It's a big organization. It's a world. Um, it's a multinational. It's a national organization. This is not really a small club, so they will have to have the best of the best there, or at least some of the greatest minds. You know what I mean? And they have to split the duties, and it seems like a family business to some extent. It makes sense to have your brother running, being the head of it, while you have something bigger than what the head is. Being the face of it is more, it comes a lot more. Mr. Roseman is saying, Clip, I hear you. Cronos said in an interview recently they don't know how to train Elaine and other athletes over there. They use hype and grit, not proper knowledge and finesse. That's what he was saying. And he also said that the guy, when they're so fast, some people don't know how to handle them. They're just expecting them to run fast times. But again, these athletes are tuned. Use the word finely tuned. They actually look at it as more than just an athlete. They have to be finely tuned. And a car, imagine a car without the proper air intake and the proper gas intake. The car will run like it's a good car, but there will be things breaking down if you don't tune that car quite frequently. So that's what happened with Elaine. Elaine is, and he said Elaine is not done. A lot of people said Elaine is done. Even Otto Bowden said Elaine is done. Stephen Francis said Elaine is not done. The only problem I think is happening with Elaine is that she just do not have the coaching for it. When I saw Brian Lavelle making it into the Olympics, getting a personal best 9.8, 9.7, 9.98, and in the 100, and a personal best in the 200 as well, and Shaimi Osborne. I said if Elaine had stayed at least at that location, she maybe she would have been there because we saw her get into 10-7 shapes under her, and she would have at least have some understanding of Elaine's body. And since she was from MVP, now she's at optimum performance track or optimum track club or something like that. Yeah. So she would have probably have a little understanding, and over time she would have developed more understanding. Elaine herself thought that it was easy, but I guess because she was just naturally talented, she could run fast. But the problem with Elaine is that the running is really staying fit, staying healthy. Jason Humphrey, welcome to live. Appreciate the comment. What what's up? Let's talk some cricket. That what's going to happen in Caribbean August. At this point, it's Olympic season, so we'll give cricket their time in their season. Appreciate the comment, Jason Humphrey. Sharon is saying, Edwin, go thy way. This is why Frano wanted to hide Kishane. If Kishane never run 9.77 in the spotlight, would not be on him. That is true. Kishane let the cat out the bag. And I said, okay, I take the correction. Puma sponsor J3A, that is why they provide the clothing. That's for sure. It's Rose is saying, Rochelle Clayton will run faster if she masters the art of relaxing. In addition, she needs to do less heavyweight training. Hmm. Jesse Humphrey saying, why Bradthwaite not giving the young fast bowlers a shot? Because they like to lose. That's what they are good for. Curl Beauty said Mr. Francis should have a training course, pass the gym to others, so we get more super runners. Yeah, and that probably is answering the question I asked earlier. How is it that we have great athletes after great athletes after great athlete? I do believe it's the coaching and the sports, the track and field environment in Jamaica, where even though they have it's starting out at the primary school stages and going on to the high school stages, I believe that the ISA boys and girls champs is where the difference is made. It's not the elite coaches that is being used there, but they get a chance to start working with elite coaches at that level. But the passion gets built at that level. The athletes get a chance to feel what it's like to be a star already. The athletes get a feeling of what it's like to have a rivalry already. The athletes get a chance to see what fast times is like. It starts there, and the coaches at the elite level fine tunes it and push it further. Some athletes they go overseas, get opportunities that would have never been possible otherwise. Elizabeth Thomas, appreciate the comment. Welcome to live. Shericka should not run if she's injured. There's nothing by to gain by not placing. All now upset with Gatlin beating unfit Bolt in that last race. And Bolt knew that he didn't want to and he shouldn't, but at the end of it, the sponsors they have a big say, and that's where endorsement deals. That's why they have to be very careful about the endorsement deals that they choose to run. Comrade. Sidney Marley got that concert from Puma to do that April 2012. Got that contract from Puma to do the April. Okay, that makes sense. That's what I was saying. That the same way how Ralph Lauren got that contract from Nike. I think Nike is the USA sponsor. So I saw there were athletes who actually wore Nike as well. So some athletes they were able to wear the Nike brand even though it's a Ralph Lauren apparel outfit. They were able to wear the Nike shoes. I did see that. Jason Humphrey say I'm banking on all Vance girl, the old Vincy girl, the only Vincy girl. You'd better bank on the St. Lucian girl, Julian Alfred. She have a bit of shot at getting a medal. Atto, talk too much. Elaine done. When she say it's done, Brandon know Elaine injury way more than Atto does. I think he's talking about the fact that she changed coach. I don't believe that another coach will pull out the best out of Elaine, but at some point Elaine will have to make a decision. She is maybe a 30 or 32, 30 to 32 years old there. Not all athletes can get to the age where we saw Shelley and Fraser Price split into. Not all athletes could do what Justin Gatlin did in that old age. So at least lifespan is a lot shorter. I guess she might have looked at that and said, you know what, I'm going to cash in now because if I don't cash in now, then when will I cash in? Especially she might be using or maybe even getting tutelage from a Safa Powell. A Safa Powell, I don't know if he had the best exit from his club as well, and even from his country because there came a time when the Jamaican public was calling for him to exit left because he was getting beaten and they didn't like to see it. Shireen is saying Elaine issue is not just injury, and one section of Jamaica knows this. Jamaica issue started when she won the double at Rio. Was supposed to Elaine was supposed to duplicate both, dominate both the 100 and 200. I said Elaine, Jamaica is just. So are you saying that Jamaica didn't want her to win? You're saying that Jamaica wanted Shelley and Fraser to win? And I'm probably saying that you have a strong point, and I would love to get clarification on that point. You know what I mean? I'd love to get clarification on that. Elaine got cut down through jealousy and one section of Jamaica pushing one person's legacy, just like oh Shericka supposed to win the double last year and this year, but she is not going to win. Are we saying that? I'm going to ask this first, like, you know what I mean? Is it that? Because I personally believe that Elaine is the villain in in track and field, and track and field need to have a hero and a villain. Elaine is the villain, had been the villain. She had never been absolutely appreciated and loved by Jamaica. I've seen that, I know that for sure. Because, as I said, it's arguable that Elaine Thompson is the greatest female athlete out of Jamaica. A lot of people don't understand that Elaine is, and it's arguable. It's arguable because of what she had done. But yeah, she had never really been as loved as she could have been. She has never been as appreciated as she could have been. And as a result, she might just self destruct. Like how we saw Johan Blake. If you can imagine if Johan Blake was from Trinidad and Tobago, he would have been God in Trinidad and Tobago, but we had a Usain Bolt already. Johan Blake had done only Usain Bolt had done better than Johan Blake in the history of track and field. Only Usain Bolt. But Jamaica does not have any space in it for two champions at the same time. And if they love one, they love only one because it's the same with Veronica Campbell. Veronica Campbell was supposed to continue into the 2008 after she Olympics after she already won that gold medal in the 2004 200 meters. She was supposed to come out. She was supposed to go to the blaze of glory. But after Shelley and Fraser came in and she won and she became the queen of the tracks in Jamaica, Elaine Thompson was now a problem. She come in and she created a problem. Humphrey, I don't know if she made it not strong enough, bro. I think she was strong enough to make it to the Olympics. Mr. Rose Smith, Elaine beat Elaine beat up Elaine. Nobody made her lead MVP. It was her choice. I do believe that if she had stayed at MVP, whether she was suffering or not, she would have made it to a third Olympics and potentially won a triple double, just like you said, Bolt. I think it was possible. I definitely think you because I don't think Elaine would have competed as much. The same way how we see Kishane Thompson are competing as much, and there it's not like he's hiding him; it's just protecting his body. I think he would have been Elaine would have been protected as well. The only problem is that these athletes are built, and the person building you, they will have to cash in on their project. You know what I mean? They'll have to patent their project. And I guess that she saw her way out. She jumped out, and she may have more than enough money for it now, but at the end of it, her legacy might have gotten destroyed a little bit. You know, it might have gotten destroyed now. Sherry Sherwood is saying this year Shericka is supposed to win and break the 200-meter record again. She's not going to. Do you believe that? Okay, you're saying that she's not going to win any of the two of them. If she's not as injured as what we are hearing right now, are you saying that Shericka will not win the 200 meters? So far, Shakarri look like she have Shericka ticket. Look like Shakarri can run past Shericka at any given point. But are you saying that even with Shericka being fit, she will not win the 200 meter? Gabby Thomas is fast. Gabby Thomas, I think, is a 10-7 runner. I have to confirm. I know Shericka is a 10-4. No, sorry, not 10-7. Gabby Thomas is a 21-7 athlete, and Shericka is a 21-4 athlete. Are you saying that Gabby Thomas still is ahead of Shericka? And Ferguson is saying, Frano said Jamaica cannot train Elaine as the resource to deal with her isn't here. If asked by Elaine, he would tell her where she should go overseas to train. But he also said if she asked him, he wouldn't say no. The issue is that they're focusing on other athletes and it may not be, she may not get the attention that she deserves at the stage where she is. That's also a part of the conversation that we had. Shireen is saying, Mr. Smith, no, no one expected Elaine to win 2021. They all celebrated Shelley to win that trial. And they all said she was injured as well. And remember, they had a falling out because of all of that. It was honestly though, I do believe that Shireen is onto something here because again, we saw the kind of energy that was happening between the two. They were saying no, there's no problem, but the world saw it. Noah Lyles said it. He knew. Yeah, Shaka will be. I don't think she will even run at the Olympics. Yes, she is in. Oh, she's in the race Friday. All right, I'll be cheering for her, Jason, for sure. I'll be cheering for her. Red girl, welcome to the live, Jamaica. To the world. Appreciate the comment. Shereen said, everyone ignored Elaine in 2021. Every YouTuber said Shelly at 2021 Olympics. No, no one celebrated Elaine until she won. even in the race, that commentator said, Shelly, it is true. That is definitely true. Elaine forced herself in, and even then, nobody cared. But that is true, for sure. It is true. And even she would have had a bigger argument than a Johan Blake because she won. You know, Toronto would not put her, Shericka, out there if he doubted her abilities. Carlene, welcome to the live. Appreciate your comment. That's also another good point. I do not believe he would because the legacy is not just theirs. The legacy is MVP and Coach Francis. I do believe that. That's a very good perspective to bring to this point. Edwin is saying, I don't see any Jamaican woman winning a medal in the 100. Why, Edwin? It's like your first statement is so. Why, Edwin? Shericka is not in shape. Shelly is too old, and Tia is inexperienced, and the stage will be too big for her. Let's see how big was the stage for Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt was not. Do you think that she's really inexperienced? This girl is a record holder in the 4x1. She ran at Carifta. That's not necessarily the Olympics. They ran at the under 20. They run at World Junior. These are athletes who are used to the big stage. This is just a bigger stage, but they have been practicing for this. Edwin, Sherine is saying if Frano is the best coach, why was Jamaica? Why was Jamaica saying Shelly? Stop being a hypocrite. Jamaica said Shelly. What do you mean? Frano started Shelly, right? Is it that you're saying they love the athlete and not the coach? Or what exactly? Maybe there. Mr. Rosemith is saying, Sharon, I know Elaine would have won in Tokyo 2 weeks after the trial in 2021. Elaine convincingly beat Shelley in the 100 race, and I knew Elaine was not giving 100% in that trials. Mr. Rosemith is saying, Prano said Elaine was in the form of her life and they laughed him to scorn. The result was history, right? Sherry said, so why call Elaine ungrateful? No, you are all hypocrites. You all talking because she break the record, because she break the record. Are you saying that the record was broken? The Flojo record is not recognized? Are you saying that? And I forgot saying that's a strong point was for something. That strong point was for something. Further in the comment section, that's a strong point for something, for instance. Okay. You want Blake ungrateful. December said, here all records for Shafiqua alone, old 400 meter, 800 meter. Oh wow, she can't be running against Shelly with a 400-meter record. She would come at least 10. She would come 10. Jason. Shelly's a 100-meter runner, man. Sherry in Sherwood. Rano is not the issue where Shericka is concerned. It is foul play. They will play on Shericka like they played on Elaine in 27 and 29, 2017 and 2019. That's a strong statement. Are you saying that Shericka is not happy where she is at the moment? That's a strong statement. Hey, you know what? I think the MVP can provide us with some of the best athletes, with some of our best chances of winning medals. MVP athletes is just like a gift that keeps on giving. They're almost like a savior. But in all truth and in fact, some of the athletes, when they leave the camp, they didn't leave in the best spirits. I saw where Shelly and Fraser Price left, and it looked like it was a falling out due to the way how she left. Elaine, it was like a falling out. Even when I saw her, they didn't look like they left in the best spirits. So is it that Shericka is not happy? Or you're saying that it's where these coaches are building these athletes and at some point these athletes get to a point where they don't want to be built anymore? I was thinking about it, especially with how again, it goes back to the point. The secrecy, will it come back to hurt them at some point? Is it that these athletes are not enjoying themselves just because of the environment? Is it just that they are being built like robots to do great things and then at some point they want to have fun, but the fun doesn't exist in the camp? I'm just guessing, just off some of these conversations that I'm seeing here. Carly Smith is saying, ungrateful is the buzzword of Jamaicans. When you look out for yourself, you are deemed ungrateful. Strong words again, because I do believe that Elaine Thompson is making enough money from all of those decisions to feel good about the decisions. It might be where her legacy got tarnished, or the Jamaican people legacy got tarnished, because at some point all of this is for the Jamaican people. While they're doing it for themselves, the win is for us. We enjoy it more than them. It's for them, yes, but we enjoy it more than them. We brag about it to everybody else more than them. But the money don't always come with it. The endorsement deals and all of that. The fact that she stepped away, she made those deals without a major manager, made it as a family. She's making the money for her household, but the legacy probably got diminished, and she probably made that decision ahead of time, knowing that the legacy for Jamaica versus the legacy for her family, maybe a selfish choice. Ultimately, it could be paying off. Who knows? I think that Jamaica don't like the fact that she is not going to provide that kind of enjoyment. But I do believe that if she was here, a lot of people would be banking on her to win. It just comes with the territory. I'm sure you saying Elaine one trials 2017 and 18, but did not medal. Yet Elaine ran the best leg of the 4x1 at anchor after not medaling. True, that is true. And I think that if Elaine was in the race at the championship, they might have won. Basically, Elaine was not in that race, right? At the championship, if Elaine was in the race versus against Ashley Forbes at 4x1, it could be where they would have won that one. This one free saying that she ran against Christiana Williams in Italy. And if she's running 800, she won't be able to medal against anybody running 100 in a 100-meter race. She won't be able to win. She'd come dead last for sure. Edwin is saying, why do you Jamaicans love Shelley more than Elaine? I have I have observed that every time Elaine win a race, I see Jamaicans threatened by her success because they feel like she is a threat to Shelley. This is Americans saying that, and I do agree. I do agree. There are people who will, and guess what? I don't know any of them. I don't have a dog in the fight. Jamaicans really prefer Shelley. It's just how it is. That's why I was saying before, Jamaica only choose one champion at a time. It's only after Shelley exit the sport and they find a winner that would win at least 2 times back to back, they will crown that person champion. But Elaine would have never, even if Elaine had gotten to this Olympics and had double again, she still wouldn't have got the love because Shelley is still there. Shelley is the one that Jamaica chose, the one that Jamaica have in the highest regard. And her time has not passed as yet. Until Shelley time pass, Elaine will never. And I don't think unless Elaine come back, let's say next World Championship, and she do something special and build a name for herself, Elaine may not even get any. Right now, Elaine is totally off the radar, completely. And it is what it is with Jamaicans for real. That's true. It is what it is where Jamaicans are concerned. But Shelley is the baby. She's a golden girl. Even if she's not winning, she's definitely. But she had been winning. She had a record of going to championship and winning. But I keep saying that Shelley is, in a lot of people's eyes, the greatest, but Elaine is arguably the greatest because when she was dominating, she dominated Shelley. When Shelley was running her best times, Elaine dominated her as well. So, yeah. Curl Beauty saying Elaine has been doing this and she will continue tomorrow to do her best. She's a champion medalist already. But I think that it was a little bit more of a financial decision for Elaine. And I do not blame her because Asafa Powell might be seen as one of the richest Jamaican athletes. And I think it's mostly because he was financially aware. And I think Elaine is also financially aware. I think MVP camp is financially aware because that's why they treat the Diamond League the way how they treat it. It's like it's a job. They go there, they make some money and go back to back to training. You know, I do believe that Usain Bolt had a different approach. Usain Bolt racked up the medals, racked up the accolades, and then get his endorsement deals after. So he's doing it differently. He's making his money differently, and the strategy is just different. But without all the medals and stuff, all the endorsements, and with Elaine not getting similar love, the only time that people recognize that Jamaicans are second class to a bronze medalist in America was when Elaine Thompson dominated the Olympics and didn't even get a single bit of respect from Nike because Shakarri, who failed to make it to the Olympics, was already the face of Nike. So yeah, it's real. All statistics. I think it's personal. I think it's a personality factor. That's also true. But you see, Elaine, if they didn't have somebody that they could base it off, then they would be able to compare it. But if the fact that she already won, she's a champion. She don't have to really be a people person because I don't think Asafa was really a people person like that either. Usain Bolt was a person who out there he was talking big and he was backing it up. For the most part, for a lot of people in the world, they didn't like the fact that he was showboating as much as he was until they accepted it. The same way how they didn't like Rasta dressing and wearing dreadlocks until they accepted it as a brand. Jason Free said that she run against Garden Powell from Jamaica. Garden Powell. You see all these names, nobody really knows them. They know that she didn't run against strong athletes. I don't think she'll be able to medal at any of these games. Even though she's just representing, which is good. An Olympian is an Olympian. It's good for her brand. Sherin Sheldon is saying Elaine won trials 2017 and 2019. Let's see what was said up top here. Are you saying? I think it was meant that she didn't win the trials at the 2022 games. I think the last World Championship where we got beaten, Elaine was on the relay team, but she didn't run in the fight. And she ran one of the best legs on the relay team in the prelims. Shereen is saying it's not a personality thing, Carlene. A lot of people said it came down to personality. What do you think it is, Shereen? A lot of people think that it's a personality thing, but it shouldn't be a personality thing. Jamaica know they are building one person career. I believe that Elaine took it by force when she decided that she was going to go for the money. She took it by force. She also said it. She also said it. She alluded to it when she went on that on the Fast Lane podcast with Asafa Powell. She alluded to it. She said a lot of stuff there, but as I said, Jamaicans only choose one champion at a time. No, 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 commentator. The rest of the world love you saying it was Americans who complained about him showboating. True, true. Because in the case of American, he was saying, but Americans were the ones who started it, even with Maurice Green. The rest of you saying was not naturally accepted, not like immediately by the world. He became the face of athletics, but he really became the face of athletics when they started to use him to promote 2012 Olympics in London. You saw where the kings, where the queen was showing up to his events. You saw where princesses and all these people started to show up to his events. Usain Bolt was not like automatically the face of athletics and loved immediately. He took it by force. Nobody could beat him, and ultimately became who he became. Edwin is saying that maybe JA people don't like Elaine because of the way she celebrates when she wins. She puts her hands on her mouth and start walking slowly backwards like the legend that she is. But Shericka celebrates just as vigorous. Shelly celebrate like true champion. The reality is this: Shelly was the sweetheart. People, hey, I can tell you, I do believe that when Asafa lose to Usain, people was like, oh no, for the first part of it. Until we saw that Asafa cannot beat anybody on the big stage. People started saying, you know what? We have to choose a successor for Asafa. You saying you are the successor. You saying beating Asafa did not make him the immediate successor. You saying had to take it by force. Elaine took it by force and he still didn't get it. And so it turned out for Elaine. It is true. As Sherry was saying, one side of Jamaica know what it is. I do believe it's true though. I do believe that one side of Jamaica preferred Elaine, Shelley, and one side of Jamaica accepted Elaine's accomplishment. She had never really gotten that respect. Hey, one of the most awkward thing, and I might have alluded to that fact before on a live somewhere or even in a video. I think one of the most awkward thing was when they respected Dina Asha Smith calling her cousin and all of that stuff. She got so much love even when she got into. I think she might have gotten third. I remember Elaine Thompson. They barely wanted to stand next to her. It's like she had the plague or something. I was like, this girl of cholera or something. They barely wanted to go next to her. When Shakarri beat Shelly and Shericka, they took her like, oh, she's our little daughter. Shakarri was like, I respect Miss Shelly so much. I was like, I respect Miss Shelly so much. Like, she's calling her Miss Shelly. Shelly the same. Ever wonder how Shelly is the only person that heard the gun at Olympics 2008 in the finals? Well, this is the first time I've heard that. What happened there? No way. Who would have guessed that little Shelly out of Jamaica? Why would they choose Jamaica to be the face of athletics? I can't imagine that she. What? Really? She was it? That's just her. I never heard that before. Bold sold out stadiums in Europe and tickets price went up once he showed up to run. Usain Bolt never spoke like Noah. That's for sure. He talked with those spikes hitting the track. All right, Shakwifa Monley will make history in Paris, and I will be here doing a live and say Jason Humphrey said it first. We will be respected Shakwifa Malone alongside Jason Shireen. Listen to Lauren Williams' interview after the Olympics 2008. Did not know that. I had no idea. I had no idea that something like that happened. Tonya Lee Hilton is saying it may be a personality factor. Shelley is more outgoing and well rounded than Elaine, in my opinion. Do you believe that the personality trumps the accomplishment though? Because if Shelley had already won Olympic Games, I think what she had two Olympic gold medals in the 100. She defended her 100 from 20. She defended her 100 from 2008 to 2012. So, do you believe that her personality is enough to keep her at the top? If somebody else came with a better personality than her, who is not achieving as much, do you think that they would have surpassed her? I believe the personality could play a factor in it. But I also believe that she just did not get replaced as Jamaica's sweetheart. We have an attachment to her. We as Jamaicans we have attachment to Shelley and Fraser Price. And just the same way how a lot of people had an attachment to Asafa Powell. A lot of people just did not like to see Asafa Powell lose, even if it was his bad race we made an excuse for him. And a lot of people can agree. A lot of people can agree with that. Carlene is saying, LOL, what is Sherry insinuating? That's probably insinuation. I do believe it could be. Edwin is saying, in terms of pure talent and grace on the track, Elaine has no equal. She is like poetry in motion. Appreciate that. I've never seen Edwin complimented a Jamaican athlete, and he's giving Elaine the strongest of compliments. I think Elaine would switch allegiance after seeing this if she was watching. For sure, but that's true. Elaine is composed, very composed. And Stephen Francis being the coach that he is, he give her the highest praise and he doesn't take it back even to this day. Still believe Elaine is his greatest piece of work, even ahead of Asafa. When Bolt showboat in Beijing in 2000, in Beijing, it's NBC who complained that showboating in Beijing was to shut up the doubters in the US. They did complain for real. And that's why I was saying that because again, well, the rest of the world love you, but the USA they push the narrative farther and wider than everybody else. So it would seem like it's the entire world who didn't love it because America said no. He didn't celebrate right. And a lot of people believe that that's true. Sherin is saying then Elaine resurrect 2021 disappeared again. Shericka, who is supposed to carry the legacy, is having difficulty to make room just for one person watch track. What? Right now, all right, let's say for example, right, you have Shakarri out there. Right now, I am telling you, I would love to see Shelly and Fraser beat Shakarri. But do you think that Shelly and Fraser is gonna go out there and just beat Shakarri? Even without Shericka out there, Shakarri is not gonna just give it over to Shelly. And even with us talking up the entire Jamaican camp, Melissa Jefferson is not gonna just give it up. Melissa Jefferson looked even more determined than Shakarri, in my opinion. So I just don't believe that even if Shericka was supposed to drop out of the tournament right now, it would be a full ride to the medal. I think that um, they had hyped up Shakarri so much, even without her. Even though this is her first Olympics, last time she was supposed to, she qualified and she had a marijuana situation. She also was ahead of Shelly on the totem pole. She was higher than Shelly, even out coming out of college as a youngster. Elaine Thompson was the one looking at her and looking at the crowd and saying, "Please allow the young lady to be an athlete and stop putting the pressure on her." Elaine, literally, in an interview, was saying that while everybody was running towards Shakarri, when she came dead last to interview her, Elaine and Shelly and all of them were saying like, "What? They just pass us like we don't exist." Elaine was at her defense in that one, saying they just need to leave her to be an athlete and stop putting as much pressure as what they're putting on her, saying like she's gonna do this and doing that. Sharon saying it's not personalities, full play. Know that? Didn't know that? Didn't know that. Carlene is saying personality should not matter, but when it comes to great achievers, there must be something to separate. You know what? I think public relations is what separates them. Because you see, if a guy is very antisocial, his public relation team, the press, the country, those people who is using him for their benefit or her for their benefit will build a persona, around the personality that he or she already have, and then they would say that this is what makes this person special. For example, a person who is very quiet and use one word at a time. They would take that and make it be the best thing about the person. Case in point, Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves is a silent person who somewhat seem like he have autism at some point. He don't even like to touch people. But that's his persona that makes him so special. His personality, that's the personality that makes him so special. And he's one of the biggest actors. It's because he doesn't talk much, he doesn't say much, and he stays to himself, right? And you would have seen like Kawhi Leonard. I don't know if you watch basketball in the USA. Kawhi Leonard, for example. Kawhi Leonard had one of the weirdest laugh. They took that laugh, they made it a meme, they made him look special because of that laugh, right? And it was because he was beating LeBron James. His fingers were this long, right? He was beating LeBron James. They took that and made it a part of his personality because his hands was extremely big. So I do believe that public relation will assist in bringing you to the direction where you could go. You know what I mean? So I don't know for sure if personality is an issue. I believe that the PR people around them, and I do believe that Usain Bolt as well had one of the best team around him in track and field. He had the best coach, he had the best PR, the best manager, the best doctors, and that propelled him forward. I do believe that as well. So Carlin is saying, "Oh, Edwin is the bad-minded one here. He doesn't praise." Mr. Rosewith is saying, "It is personality." I'll say the world was asking why the Jamaican women weren't happy for the success of the country after the 100-meter finals in Tokyo. To be honest, when Jamaica swept, Elaine was in one corner to herself, like she was a stepchild, and Shericka and Shelly was in another corner. It was quite obvious as well. Mr. Rowe, if you look at their faces after the 100-meter final in Tokyo, you know them girls had beef between them. That was very obvious. Lucky Lifestyle, welcome to live. Appreciate the comment. Big up girls. Thanks for bringing us up to date info on the Olympics. My pleasure, sir. Sherry Sherwood, you are you are not you are not you are all not understanding. Foul play is going on the track. Any person that threatens this specific person legacy career in short is short circuited. Hence why Shericka will not win the double. All right, let's look at it. Are you okay? I see what you're saying. So even if the person doesn't win, as long as one person does not double, then it it suits that person's legacy, or it benefits that person's legacy, as long as that one person does the double. Because I do not believe Shakarri will be easy to beat. I do not believe that Shakarri will lose to any Jamaican very easily. I do not believe Shakarri will lose to any Jamaican very easily. So, whose legacy is it really? Is it the coach's legacy or is it the athlete's legacy at this point? Because the athlete who would have doubled would also be from the same coach. You know what I mean? So it's just, and who is to say that? Do you believe that at this point Shakarri is not being propelled to the level of to the highest level of female track and field or female track and sprint in track and field? Edwin is getting compliments from various people here. He's becoming a honorary Jamaican at this point. Sherry is saying, wonder why Kiran Stewart, Veronica Campbell Brown, Daphne Skippers, Tori, and Elaine after 2016. The thing is, though, all right, I'm not saying this is not somewhat factual. I'm not saying that it is real, actually. But it just didn't pop out at me at any point. It just didn't. In the case of Usain Bolt, if somebody had said that, I could agree. Because Usain Bolt was a world athlete. Usain Bolt promoted 2012 Olympics by itself. There was nobody else to assist. About this Olympics, they were using Noah Lyles and Shakarri to promote it. Those are the two athletes they literally used to promote this Olympics. So that's why I was saying that all right, it is difficult to wrap my mind around it. Now the knife is at Shericka and Tia. That knife thing I don't completely understand. Would be interesting for that knife thing to be explained in, like, like you'll see those books, even a fool can understand. I need that knife thing to break down to that point for me at least. Early Twitty said, okay, Edwin, my second time here, so I'm figuring how things go. Carly, your second time, appreciate you for stopping by after you stopped by that first time. I truly appreciate it. Shireen is saying if Shericka win the double, she will be the third athlete
Okay,
to
I
do
found this
it.
on the web. Where is there actually?
She'll be the third athlete to do it. Are you saying that they don't want too many athletes doing this to make it become something that don't look as special anymore? If Shericka breaks the 200-meter record, some person's career will be overshadowed. It wouldn't be overshadowed yet because Shericka haven't really done as much at the Olympics yet. And the thing about this is, right, I believe the Olympic. Do you believe the Olympic is a bigger stage than the World Championship, or do you believe the World Championship is bigger than the Olympics? Because at this point, one legacy is tied to the Olympics, one legacy is tied to the World Championship. Shakarri is not on this person's radar because she will not run the 200 meters. So you're saying that the legacy is getting another person to. Is this person that powerful, or is it somebody bigger than this person? You know what I mean? Like, how does this work? Somebody bigger than this person, they're calling the shots behind the scenes, saying, "All right, we're gonna build a legacy for this person. We're gonna make sure this person is cemented in in Olympics and World Championship history for another 10, 20, 50 years." And then anybody who comes and they trip this legacy, they will be pushed down, shut down. What's the situation here? I'm not fully understanding it. So one section of Jamaica cannot allow it. I do not believe that Jamaica have that kind of power because how would they influence this at the Paris Olympics? How would they influence this at the Paris Olympics? Mr. Rosemith is saying, Shereen, your analogies are. What legacy at least makes stupid decision like leaving while at peak? Nah, what? Nah, want to pay coaches, etc. One could look at that and say, Elaine, if she had paid the coaches, her legacy would have been unquestioned. Unquestioned. Like it cannot touch her legacy. Let's say that she stayed with even Miss Osborne there. It could touch her legacy because it's possible that she could go here and she could get it. She'll be informed and she is already a champion. She know how to run the rounds. She already know the big stages. She already know that everybody will be looking at her. They'll be thinking about her. She'll be throwing them off just by her existence or just by her presence on the pitch. And the what is it, pitch or the track, just by her presence on the track. Sharon is saying, let me make it clear. One female athletes want the glory, but how would they make that kind of, how would they influence that kind of power? The only way that you could do this is by like say you friend the person and and you hurt the person. All right. I could see this happening with Johan Blake, for example. They were in the same camp, same coach. The coach know what the mission is for the star athlete, and then he's saying that second athlete coming up, you are just as talented, is capable, you are capable, you are running, you run 9.6, you run 19.26. The world record is 1919. You are very close to the world record, and you run 9.6. The world record is you ran 9.6 in the 100. The world record is 9.5 in the 100. You are still very young. You could get there, but then you get injured and everything fall apart. But I would say that in a camp where both people have the same coach, the coach would stifle one person, pay attention to the next one, and then that said person could influence the other person to take their foot off the pedal. Slow down a little bit, let me finish this, and then you take over. That makes sense. But if the two of them different camp, and then this is a tournament where nobody gets to tamper with anything, I just don't care. I just can't see how the wanting the glory could translate to getting the glory. 2134 would overshadow anyone's career. It didn't overshadow Elaine's career, right? Maybe it's because Elaine have the 1050, what is it, 54? Maybe it's because Elaine have that 1054, but it didn't overshadow hers, even though she took Elaine's record, national record in the 200s. Carlin is playing hide and seek with the comments. Hey, it definitely seems like whack-a-mole. It's like popping up. Something is almost happening, but no. Here, miss. Yes, I can't keep it. I can't figure it out. Yeah, ain't Smith. Shericka 200, yes, but clearly MVP have Tia top three in the 100. John Epic. Welcome to the live. Appreciate the comment, John Epic. Shericka for the 200 meters, yes, but clearly MVP out. All right. What we saw from the news tonight is that Shericka is injured. So if Shericka is injured, it may be that she won't be able to medal in the 100. But injured Shericka could medal in the 200. It's a longer race, and she's a more experienced 200-meter athlete. So she could medal there. Um, M. Smith, or maybe M. Smith. Elaine, Elaine in 28, all right, let's say Elaine is 28 years. No one won the double in 33. No one has broken the record. Now, if Shericka wins the double, break the 200 record, this person's success will not be great. But the thing about it is that after this Olympics, other people will be coming. You know, are you saying that this Olympics allow that achievement to live at least another 4 years? If Elaine had won 2017 and 2019, she would be this Olympic champion, winning the world championship, and 2017 and 2019. Look at this. Shelley career would have paid because Elaine would have gotten the double then. I was saying, do you think the 20 Elaine was injured mostly during those times, right? But do you believe the world championship is equivalent to the Olympics? Or do you believe that the Olympic medal carry more weight than the world championship? One could make any kind of claim that they want, right? All the championships and whatever, the Olympics is where everybody gets cemented. Why did Usain Bolt try to get three Olympics back to back? Why did he try to get Olympic championship and not world championship? Why was he not trying to sell himself as world champion, but trying to sell himself as Olympic champion? Elaine Thompson already have a legacy that cannot be touched by any of these current crop of athletes in this Olympics. Let's say, for example, Julian Alfred was able to win a gold in the 100 and a gold in the 200 now. And next time she was able to win a gold in the 200 and the 100, she would have gotten to the same level as a Elaine Thompson. It would have surpassed even Shelly-Ann as well. Shelly have a long career, but the quality is not exactly the same as Elaine. That's what I think. Therefore, if she goes out there now and she's able to win that 100 meter, the conversation even becomes a better conversation for her. I do not believe that Shelly-Ann Fraser is higher than Elaine right now in that conversation. She could be said that it could be said that she's the greatest, but I do not believe anybody in Jamaica could affect her chances on the track, positively or negatively. Any Jamaican could affect it. She have all of it in her hand right there. It's for her to build it up or to tear it down. And whatever she already built is set in stone. It's just for others to surpass it. And I don't know for sure that Shericka right now winning. All right, I kind of get what you're saying. If Shericka was to come and double, it would have suggested that she had the opportunity to double before and did. The problem is this: when Elaine dominated Shelly. Elaine dominated Shelly twice. Therefore, there's no question about it. Elaine is the better athlete of the two. It's just that Elaine is riddled with injuries. Listen, persons will come after this cycle who will make the achievement of, who will make the achievement of our current goals look normal. They will be outperformed. I agree. Even Usain Bolt, right now, a lot of people are saying that the world record in the men 100 will be broken, and a lot of people are saying it won't be broken. But if Usain world record gets broken right now, it will not be a total surprise either. It will not, because the new set of athletes they are coming to tear that thing down. It's been there a while, and the different kind of um, the shoes, the spikes, the tracks, technology, it's working in the favor of the athletes. So these things are not gonna stay. Nobody wants them to stick around because it's not the best thing for the sport. Sharing is saying Elaine would have dominated, hence they run foul play on Elaine, and this is what Shericka is experiencing. So the foul play is not on the track, it's in the body. Is that what the situation is? Is she injured and it's not a natural injury? You know what I mean? It's like that's what I'm trying to completely. I try to get a good understanding, of what the situation is or could be. But in my opinion, from my perspective, Shelley is already not a greater than Elaine. That's in my perspective. Like I said, it's arguable. A lot of people could argue the fact that Shelley is the greatest athlete, female athlete from that ever hit the tracks, while a lot of people could argue that she's not, right? Two Olympics back to back in the era of Shelley and Fraser Price while she was younger and while she was older. Shelley and Fraser was running better times while she was older. Elaine still dominated her. Elaine is an injured athlete and still dominates her because she won the Olympics, she got injured, she came back, she won the Olympics, she got injured again. Shelley was always there and she still lose. That's why I said it's arguably Elaine and Shelley. If somebody was to sit down and have an argument about it, one would say that these careers at the span of 20 years, 5 Olympics, right? Um, So from 4 4 20, about a span of 20 years. And one would say, well, that proves that she's the better of the two athletes. But you have athletes who have careers spanning for 25 years and they had accomplished nothing at all. And then you have an athlete who had a career spanning 10 years, accomplished more than the athlete for 20 years. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm saying that these athletes, they're already great. She cannot outdo Elaine in this Olympics right now. She's only running one. She could never outdo in this Olympics. She's a world champion. She's great for world championship, but Olympics, she cannot say that she's at the level of Elaine. No. Elaine cannot say that she's at the level of Shelly and in world championship. Elaine had always been injured. A healthy Elaine is faster than Shelly all the time. So right now, Shericka, if she's not injured, she might have some kind. But again, Shericka is not even the biggest threat to the 100 meter in this year. Biggest threat is biggest threat is easily Shakarri Richardson. A healthy Shericka and a healthy Shakarri, difficult. A Shellian at the line can disrupt any of the two because she's faster than them when she's at her best. Carlene is saying too much conspiracy theories. It's a healthy conversation. I believe a lot of people they would have a perspective. No, Carlene Shireen is saying it's not injury. Research Kiran Stewart, research Jetta, research Daphne, research Elaine, research Tori. The thing is though, when I research them, they're gonna tell me stuff not necessarily connected to the things that I'm not gonna find. They're gonna tell me about the times they run. They're telling talk about the injury when they started the sport, when they stopped, those kind of things. My thing is this, right? If I was gonna look at it from that perspective, why would they choose Jamaica to be one of the most dominant country in the world? What is so special about Jamaica? Are you saying that Jamaica is just not naturally great in track and field? So if this is if Jamaica is successfully creating this kind of stuff going on naturally, it could suggest that Jamaicans are doing things to win that the rest of the world cannot detect. You know what I mean? Are these guys naturally good? Are these guys naturally good or not? Because if we are able to affect the outcome anywhere in the world, it suggests that we are doing stuff way bigger than everybody else. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Sherine said after Tory won 2017, no more Daphne career. 2015 and 2016, then no more. After Tory won, no more Daphne career 2015, 2016, and then no more. Then Elaine, one person last longer. All right, what would you say would be the reason for that though? Elaine was naturally an injured person, and then you'll find that Shelly is not that person who travel with a lot of injury. You know who Kim Collins is? Kim Collins was an athlete who will span a very long time. At least two of those athletes from in the Caribbean span very, very long time. It's like they were dominating, but some athletes, like for example, even Justin Gatlin. Justin Gatlin had a very long span. He had a very, very long span, right? And he started to get better as he got older. But some athletes they just don't last as long. It's like the lifespan of an athlete. Usually at 30, people say they are old, while some athletes like Tom Brady, um, what's his name? LeBron James as one example. And he's in this case you'll see Shelly and Fraser going a long time. It's just that some athletes get burnt out much faster than others. Even Veronica Campbell, she went a long time. She went a long time. It's just that she was older. than the other people. That's why she had to leave when she left. Frano is good. No question about that. Frano is definitely a very good coach. And the experience had been passed down. But I don't just believe that Shelly is a lucky athlete. I believe she's a hard working athlete and she produced at high level. If some of this is, let's say, for example, what you're saying is exactly how it really is, it would suggest that Shelley is definitely on some form of jet fuel. She has some of a team of people who would be compromising the equipment. She have people who would, like be tampering with the starting blocks and stuff like that, which I don't believe Jamaica have that kind of pulling power. And right now, even if you would say, all right, the sponsors want her to be among the greatest, you would find that the sponsors were trying to push Shakarri ahead of her. And even now, they're still trying to push. And she and Shakarri shares the same endorsement, the same sponsors. They have the same sponsor. Their endorsements are similar, except that Shakarri endorsement might be a little heavier than hers. Joseph Virgo is saying, I believe that both Elaine and Shelley are great, but Shelley is more durable and based on the length of time both of them have been running, Shelley has achieved more in medals. I do agree, but I don't think Shelley had achieved the quality medals, and I don't believe Shelley beat the same competition that Elaine beat because Elaine beat Shelley to get where she is. Shelley did not beat Elaine at all to get where she is. That where the difference is, in my opinion. Most listen plainly. Everyone that goes up against this personal career always end in injury. Iran Stuart Jetta. But the thing is, it's like sports. Remember, even some of these athletes at the high school, the ISA boys and girl level, at the collegiate level, their career end in injury before they even get to professional level. It's not just that. All right, even like Usain Bolt, for example. A lot of athletes burn out running against Usain Bolt, but this Usain had a very good team around him. That's what I mean. Like if it was something other than injury, unless their bodies are being tampered with, but you're talking about strenuous sport, strenuous. And then her build is just different. She's smaller, she's lighter, she's just built different. It could be where she just have the genes for it, you know. Look at Shericka, for example. Shericka is big. Shericka is a big girl, and it take a lot to pull her Shericka around the track that it takes for Shelly. And Shelly had been experienced for a long time. She had one of the best coaches in in the business. You just alluded to the fact that Frano is good. She started out with Frano before she moved on to somewhere else. So it is really, I do believe that she got to where she is by just making good decisions. She separated from Frano when she did. It might be a good decision for her as well. And, you know, I do believe that Jamaica is scrutinized. Not even if Jamaica is not scrutinized by Jamaicans, which they are showing that Jadco screens, their screening is very hard. They'll destroy your career before you get to destroy the reputation of Jamaica, right? So it's hard to get past Jadco. But even if she got past Jadco, how would she get past WATA, the World Anti-Doping Organization, or the World Testing Organization, right? How would she get past the wider world when the rest of the world want to beat Jamaica? That would be a good scandal for them, especially with Jamaica dominated for as long as they have been dominated. And why isn't she winning at the Olympics then? She won at the World Championship, but not the Olympics. Athlete management is key in preventing injury. I do believe that. I do believe that some athletes are greater than others, but because they burn out so quickly and drop out so fast, they don't get to experience the greatness that they could have experienced. LeBron James took forever to get the scoring record, to get all these records, to play. He played probably more games than anybody else, but it's only because he stayed healthy for as long as he did. He even get to that point where his son joined the Lakers alongside him, and that's one of the dreams he had. It could be where he had a team working towards that. It could be where it's nepotism because he's such a big, strong athlete in that team. But at the end of it, it's because he lasted as long as he did. Others didn't last. And in the case of Elaine, at this point, I do believe that she's injured. I do believe she's injured unless others are getting her injured and she's not getting injured naturally. Curl Beauty saying Shelly is a runner naturally. To me, Shereen is saying it is not injury, straight foul play to enhance one person's career since
Sorry, I don't understand.
2008. The first person to get eliminated is Veronica Campbell Brown, and no one else will duplicate her success. 2008, if I remember correctly, it was Veronica Campbell who won the gold in the 200, Shelley in the 100. So Shelley won again in the in 2012. They wouldn't have known because Veronica was getting old. Veronica could not compete with Shelley. It was supposed to be her last Olympics in 2008, right? Remember, Jamaica was calling for Shelley and Fraser Price to sit out the 2008 Olympics because she was young, she would have more chances ahead of her. They wanted Veronica Campbell to go to that Olympics instead of Shelley. So I don't think that they would have expected Veronica to outdo Shelley, especially since Veronica also won a medal there. She won the gold in 2008 after she came off a goal in 2004. I don't think Veronica was expecting to go to the 2012 because she was getting older. In 2012, I don't remember the age because some of these things slip me. It slips us. But I just can't imagine that if it's foul play, how could Jamaica? The only way that I would see how it's real foul play is if they don't get past the trials. And in this case, Elaine didn't even get to the trials. She didn't get to it. But if you go to the trials and something causes you to fail, then that makes some more sense. You know what I mean? LeBron is 39 and still playing. Yeah, that's longevity. You can accomplish a lot more with the time that you have. You'll have a lot of other athletes accomplish 2/3 of what he accomplished with quarter of the time. There are people who are very talented and their growth is accelerated. But some people, the fact that they stay there for a long time. Let's say, for example, that Shelly only did three. Let's say she only did 12 years. The quality of her medals would have been way less than what it is now, and she also wouldn't have had as many. It's the longevity and staying fit and ready throughout the career that made her what she is. Curly Beauty is saying people can't see every fan. People can't see every fans are no. Who is all celebrating at least so much statement to me that no one celebrates who can't know that. Shireen again is saying they can qualify. Our greatest competition is the US. The thing is, I don't fully understand some of it. Tia, Alana Reid. So this is for the 4x1 relay. You'll find that this is the 4x1 prelim. Hopefully, this team will get the job done. Should, but hopefully they will. And if Shericka is injured, then I guess that they will use Alana Reid in the finals with Shelley. And they would probably remove Nugent. Nugent is the 100 hurdle national champion. Her time is not especially great, but in the 100, but I'm sure that she should be able to get past a lot of the other athletes unless they line up against the USA and Great Britain in that prelim. The Jamaica team should go through. If they do line up against a team as strong as some of those strong teams, then it would be lights out. All right, so why would Frano have an injured Sherry? Who is doing the Who is doing the foul play? Is the foul play coming from the MVP camp? Just like for perspective, is it coming from MVP camp or is it coming from somewhere else? Is it that they built up her and sent her somewhere else, but we are still preserving her legacy while using Elaine to become a thorn in her side, winning back-to-back Olympics, double, and ultimately they are gonna just protect the legacy that she have. You know what I mean? There will be Will there be a watch along for track and field portion of the championship games? Absolutely. I will be going live as frequently as possible. And that's why I've been doing it every single day up until now because I want to get that consistency going. And I think I'm proud of myself because this is 4 nights in a row, even though we have no events going on. So I do believe that I've been getting that consistency going, and I will be going live to do the watch along for those events. Right now, my TV is going. I'm watching the. They're doing some horseback thing. I'm watching that right now, even though I'm doing the live. Sharing is saying, host, how can you pray for the female athletes when one female in the camp? Well, hey, hey, it seems like you know something, man. Like you know something that we don't. You know what I mean? The thing though, the way that you can praise by praying, because at the end of the day, if you have good energy, it can cover the energy of it can cover bad energy, and you don't have to be there. You know, I do believe that that's the value of prayer. When you are praying, it is destroying the bad energy. Prayer have no boundaries. And I do believe that if you are praying and the prayer is a good prayer, it can protect anybody in any situation at any time. Carly Spit is saying, "Big detective work tonight. When when you solve it, let me know." Carly, I need help. How will I solve this? I'm just messing. So, C. Smith already solved one section of Jamaica. No, Nugent can run. I want to know too, Shireen. Sure. We are one other side of Jamaica. I just said we want to be in that. We want to be in the know. We want to be in the know. Carly is with you know. I just believe she not believe. Must be 1 a.m. All right, so I think the first race will be Jamaica time. So the first thing will be the women high jump. It's 3 a.m. Jamaica time, and that's 2 a.m. if you're in the USA. I don't know what time it would be if you're in the UK, but 3:15 a.m. Jamaica time, that which would be 2:15 a.m. American time, and that would be Thursday night, which is Friday morning really, but which is Thursday night. So definitely, I'll be preparing myself to do that. Watch a lot. I'm sure it's gonna be a crazy hour where people will do it in like they'll be like, hey, you know what? I'll just wait for the result in the morning, but not me, not me at all. Doing it. I'll be up. Joseph Virgo said, I think it's time to move away from the evil thinking. Shelly's a good person, and so is Elaine. Carlene Smith is saying, I'll be up. We'll be up together. And on this note, coffee, water, coffee, water, or tea. For some people, it's Red Bull and Monster. Virgo, you all hiding. You know something, sir. You know something. I'm gonna use this moment to say appreciate everybody, appreciate all the comments as usual. All comments are strongly appreciated. And as I said before, it's a commentary. Tonight, the back end of the commentary was mostly between Arlene, Shereen, and I was doing the Terry. So they were comments and I was Terry. I do appreciate everybody who stopped by. Appreciate you guys liking before you leave if you haven't liked, and appreciate all subscription as well. Shereen, should Carlin, appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate all the comments. Shereen, do appreciate your comments. Curl Beauty, Joseph, appreciate you guys. A lot of people who have been here, who have been silent. Thank you to all of you. I'm gonna wrap it up here. And as always, I'll say, you're at the narrative, like, share, and subscribe. Okay, Red Bull. Okay. All right. Have a wonderful night to you all.